Hello besties, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, hello, and welcome. My name is Liv, and over on this channel we do weekly pick-a-cards and energy readings, as well as some other fun content that is coming your way very soon. Sorry if you hear that my dog is licking her chops right now. All the animals are just wanting to be so present here, which we love. But hi, hello. If you are returning, hello, I adore you, and thank you so much for joining me here today. This is one of my most requested videos. I've asked you so many times, either on Instagram or in my YouTube community section, what videos you would like to see, and I get asked all the time to do career guidance. So that is what we're doing today, however, with a twist that we are focusing on the rest of 2022, or 6 months. Right now we are in July 2022, so we have 6 months left of this year, and I don't know if anybody else needs like some encouragement, but 2022 has been, she's been rough, buddy. Like, it's been rough over here. So if anybody else is either needing some encouragement or just hoping to gain some clarity about their career or their just financial path for the rest of 2022, this is your reading. Now, if you are listening to this in the year of 2024, 25, 26, whenever you are listening to this, definitely just take this as a 6-month career reading instead. So that's kind of how I'm setting the intention today. If you are new to pick-a-cards, you can pick in a plethora of ways. You can pick based off the stones you see here, which I will go into detail and show you up close. You can pick based off the pile number, like if you love the number 2 or 4. And I don't normally do 4 piles, but Spirit was like, you're doing them today, and I said sure. You can also go down to the description and see if the lucky number, or if your lucky number is next to your pile pick. So say, for example, pile number 1 might be 555. You like that number, then you know to click on it. What I would like to get across to you here, my beautiful, wonderful besties, is that you cannot pick wrong when choosing a pick-a-card pile. All right, it is a direct message from source, and I've set the intention, excuse me, Spirit. I have set the intention that whoever clicks on this pile receives exactly what they are meant to receive today, all right? And with that being said, if you're called to listen to more than one pile, do it, all right? If you're called to take some things that you like from pile 1 and some things that you like from pile 3 and put them together and make your own reading, do it, all right? It's totally fine. Be gentle and kind to yourself along this process. This is fun. This is chill. We're vibing, all right? Excuse me. All right, seriously, before I turn the camera on, I'm totally fine. And then as soon as I turn the camera on, the burps, the hiccups, the yawns, we just got Spirit flowing. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the crystals up close. Pile number 1 has this beautiful piece of selenite. Selenite is one of my favorite stones. It is a very good stone for clearing out any negative energy or negative vibes. It's also just a beautiful stone for like charging other crystals. Pile number 2 is my birthstone, baby, amethyst, coming in clutch. I hope you can see this. I'm changing the lighting a bit because I want just more of a cozy vibe, but I also want to be sure that you really get to see the crystals in all of their glory. So this is pile number 2 with this beautiful piece of amethyst. Pile number 3, we've got our carnelian stone here. Carnelian is one of my favorite stones as well, and this one is so magical because it has a little hollow piece out, so you can make some music if you'd like. Pile number 4 is dendritic agate, and this is what the front of this one looks like. And then this is what the back of the dendritic agate stone looks like. So those are your 4 piles. I am going to give you some time with some meditation music, and during this time, I just like to suggest calling in your guides, your tribe, your team. If you work with any angels or deities, calling them in at this time. If not, just calling in your higher self and asking them, which pile is meant for me? What do I need to hear about my either career or financial guidance for the rest of 2022 or for the next 6 months? And let your intuition guide you, and I will see you, cutie patootie, for your pile pick. All right, pile number one, you chose the beautiful selenite palm stone here. I also was called to have my selenite knife out here on the table today. So lots of selenite vibes for you specifically, pile number one. So selenite in general is actually a very powerful stone. It is a stone for kind of like clearing or banishing any negative energy, but also having the ability to cleanse and charge any crystal in which you'd set it upon. So for example, I have a selenite plate or a selenite dish, and you can actually use selenite to charge your crystals. You can have a piece of selenite in your room to charge high vibe energy. So it's such a powerful stone. And so while you are choosing that, I kind of do feel like subconsciously your energy, your subconscious was picking up on this energy that you are ready to kind of take charge of something or move forward in the next direction. I see selenite as a very pure and clear stone, so I feel like I'm hoping that this is going to be a very clear and pure message from spirit, and that we can really and fully get across exactly what they're wanting to say. The first card you got is the card that was underneath your stone, which is from the Moonology deck here. And if you are new to my channel, I always link all the decks I use down below. And you got nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. So when we're thinking about our career, our finances for the next 6 months, I truly do see that for you, pile number one, there is not one set correct path or not. And I know that at one point that might feel kind of overwhelming. Maybe you're like, Liv, I just want it to be super cookie cutter, like clear path laid out for me. Tell me exactly where I need to go and I'll go there. But spirit is like, nah, because it's 100% up to you. And I have people very close to me in my life, and even me in my life, that gets very frustrated by this message because I want it to be set in stone sometimes. I want it to be so clear, so easily laid out for me. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry about it. I just have to go. But that's not what Spirit's wanting to tell you right now. Spirit's wanting to tell you that in this moment, it's actually this huge, amazing blessing that you get to choose which path you take. And if you're wanting more guidance on that, I did pull quite a few more cards for you. So let's go ahead and see. You did get one extra Moonology card here, and you got a new start is coming. So I really do feel like if you are someone who's been in this kind of waiting game period, or maybe you're wanting to change but you don't know where to go, whatever it looks like for you, either career or financial perspective wise, I feel like you may have been just in a rut or in the void or just feeling really stuck the past few months, maybe even the past few years, and you are being told from spirit to get a little excited because there is a new start that is coming. But again, I want to remind you that I really do feel like this is going to be presented to you in the way where you get to choose and decide which start you want. Again, we're going to get more clear guidance on this from the rest of the reading. But if you have been feeling like you don't know when the fresh start is coming, when you don't know when this cycle is going to end and you get to move forward, it is so soon. So please do not give up, do not lose hope, and do not lose faith. So I definitely see that in the next 6 months, there's going to be an opportunity presented to you to either start a new job, start a new career, or maybe that path that you've been working towards, and you haven't seen the gains is finally going to start presenting itself to you. The next cards we are using to gain some extra clarity today are the Angel Wisdom Tarot cards. So let's go ahead and see what they have to say. The first card you got is the King of Swords in reverse. Then next to that we have paired is Transformation. These cards do use different wording. So transformation, I believe, is death or the tower. I think this is the tower. This is the tower. Sorry. And then you have the Three of Wands. You have the Eight of Wands. And you have the King of Wands. I may have to shift this real quick. All right, I know the Moonology cards are not even in the background, and I'm really sorry if that drives you like absolutely bonkers. I don't know why I did it that way. I truly do not, and I'm so sorry if that's something that just like irks your brain a bit, so bear with me there. All right, but let's go ahead and talk about this. So you did get two kings popping off here, which kind of just shows me that we may have some masculine energy tuning in. As a reminder, masculine energy does not represent a man or those who identify as. It actually just represents the masculine energy that resides in all of us, which is actually really prominent when we're talking about career, right? Because in this society, we are really conditioned to work in the masculine, 9 to 5. strive, grind, go. What can you strive for? What can you accomplish? Your worth is based on what you accomplish, right? That is what our society in this modern day and age teaches you, is that your worth is based on how much you accomplish or how much you earn or anything like that. That is kind of the wounded masculine energy that we're seeing. So I'm not very surprised that the masculine energy is popping up here. The first card we see, sorry, let me go back for a second. It's honestly a beautiful visual though, because we see two kings paired, bookending each other, right? We see the King of Swords in reverse bookending with the King of Wands upright. And then we have this beautiful transformation. And again, you got nothing is yet set in stone with the mutable moon, as well as a new start is coming. And so I really feel like Spirit is showing you this beautiful transformation that's going to occur here. And I really do feel like you're going to transform from what I see here with the wounded masculine into the very confident masculine energy, as well as a combination with the divine feminine. And it's so beautiful. So the reason I said wounded masculine is because we're seeing the King of Swords in reverse. Personally, I see that a little bit as a wounded masculine energy. Wounded masculine just means like masculine energy that's just not in alignment, not in vibration, that's really focusing on, like I was saying before, basing your worth on how much you accomplish, basing your worth on how much money you earn, all of that. I really see here that with that mutable moon that we were talking about, with nothing yet being set in stone, even the colors fully align. This has been weighing heavy on you, babe. I feel like this has been causing you to overthink, maybe be just so in your head, and rightfully so. And the reason I say rightfully so is because I would totally be in my head if I were in this position, and to be honest with you, I kind of am, right? And I get it. Like, it is so hard when you feel like you're not quite sure the path you're meant to take, or you're not quite sure your life purpose, you're not quite sure what you want to do, or you're not quite sure where your next 6 years are meant to be, or what the heck is going to go on with my career. I don't have a clear path. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. It can be so scary. And I feel like it's caused you to almost be this like King of Swords in reverse energy of just being in a slump, being really slumped down, maybe even being a bit anxious, developing a bit of anxiety around the situation, around your career, around finances, around like, what the heck is going on, Spirit? I need to know now. Like, I gave you your time to show it to me, and now I need the answers right now. And again, I understand that. Spirit understands that, and they're not saying this is not valid, my love. They're saying that they understand that, and that they totally see that frustration building up for you. And it really can get overwhelming to kind of not really know what lies ahead for you or what lies in store. And they want you to know that they hear you, they understand, and if anything that they can offer right now would be a warm hug or kind of just a shoulder to scream on. And the reason I say scream is because I'm not saying you're not going to go cry on their shoulder. You totally can. But for you, pile number one, I feel more frustration, more built up energy, more, I want to say anger. And if it is anger, again, let yourself feel it because it's totally valid. But I feel more like anger and frustration. And if you need to like scream into the void and get that out, because I feel like these thoughts, these overwhelming thought patterns, I see like repeating thought cycles, and I just feel like they're overwhelming you, and they're really going to affect you moving forward. And again, not unreasonable thinking, right? Like, I'm not saying that you're making this up in your head or that it's not real. I do see that it's real, and I do see that it's frustrating you. But I also see that it's causing this cycle of thought patterns that is just really damning to your mental health. So if you can, like, if you just need to speak it out, speak it onto the ether, like just get it out of your mind, get it out of your body. My wife is someone who's really good about writing down her thoughts when they get to be like overwhelming, or if she just like needs to get shit out of her head, she writes it down. I'm a Gemini rising, I'm a chatterbox. Okay, so for me, speaking it helps. Something that I actually do sometimes, this is kind of embarrassing, but like, who cares? Maybe it'll offer you some assistance. That was my cat sneezing. Something that I do is I actually turn on my phone sometimes as if I'm going to vlog, and I just speak whatever it is I need to speak. So I'll talk about my feelings, my frustrations, my emotions, what's going on with me. And the vlog doesn't go anywhere. Okay, it's a personal diary. I often just delete it immediately after, but it helps me get it out of my head. And that's what really needs to happen here for you, is get it out of your head, write it down, burn it, or write it down and keep it, whatever you want, or just speak it out, speak it to the ether. If you have a friend, speak it. And then moving forward, I really do see that there is going to be a big shift for you. Again, nothing is yet set in stone, and I know that that can be frustrating, but there is a reason why. With this transformation card, I'm either seeing two different messages here, that this is what's coming, or it's something that's already happened. If you already feel like there's been a big tower moment for you where life just kind of and just kind of like went upside down for a little bit, you felt really lost, confused, sad, maybe you lost something, a job, a career, a lump sum of money, or maybe if you're anyone that's like us right now going through the inflation and everything that's happening, maybe you had a huge increase in rent. Okay, that's something that we're experiencing. Or maybe like the cost of living has gone up and it's causing this like fear, panic, just like this energy of a big weight. I feel like a big weight has been landed on you. Either it's one that happened in the past, or maybe one that's currently happening. Or if it hasn't happened yet, I do see it happening early in the next 6 months, not like in December, but maybe in the month of July, August, or September. And I want to remind you, I do not think this is going to be a bad thing that's going to ruin your life. I just do think it's going to be powerful, strong, and even a little bit heavy, but it's necessary because it's going to break your current thought cycles, your current thought patterns of what am I going to do, 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 and it's going to help you wake up into the sense of seeing what is currently happening in front of you, and it's going to even bring revelations. I feel like you're going to see things differently. The word spiritual awakening is coming through, so if you are already spiritually woke, I see that a new spiritual awakening is happening for you. I'm one who believes that even if you are like spiritually woke AF, okay, you can still have multiple spiritual awakenings. I currently have been going through my own tower moment, full transparency, and I had my own like 5th spiritual awakening, and it was very hard for me, very, very hard, but I also came out of it a very different person. So it is going to be something that's going to shake you, shift you, make you kind of like look at things totally different. But the reason being, pile number 1, the reason being is not to hurt you. It's not to harm you. It's not to cause you stress. It's not to cause you heartbreak or sadness, but it is to kind of help you see things differently. And that's what Spirit is really wanting you to understand right now, that whether it's with your career or your finances, they're wanting you to realize that you are not trapped in a box of what you think you can work, right? So if you are someone who only their entire life has thought that their whole worth and their whole success is based off of how much they earn, this transformation might come to help you realize that that is not true, that your worth is not based on how much you earn or what your career is, but on who you are and what brings you joy, good of all, harm to none. So I really do feel like there is going to be a releasing happening, a letting go of old past hurts, old past energies. And when you're going through that, if you are needing extra help, if you're feeling just like sad and lost, whether it's now, past, or future, if you are feeling this way, call upon Archangel Chamuel and be like, please help me see that this is happening for me, not to me, for me, not to me, for me, not to me. If it freaking hurts, let it hurt, babe. If you want to cry, let yourself cry. If you want to scream and be like, Spirit, you're so frustrating right now, like, why is this happening? Let yourself do so, because I feel like you're holding it all in and you need to let this release. Again, not releasing it on another person, causing them pain, but just getting it out of your body, so that way it's not holding you back any further. If you need help doing that, call upon Archangel Chamuel, ask him for help, and he will be there. Through this transformation, through this kind of shifting and breaking of the rocks in order to build new ground, you are going to grow so freaking far. Again, when we were talking about the new start is coming, we're seeing now here what that new start is, and it heavily relies on your creativity. What this is showing me is that either A, I have someone who definitely wants their creative path to be their career, or sorry, got a phone call. This is definitely someone that either wants their career path to be heavily involved in the creative arts, or you're just like really craving creativity in your life, your passions. I do see, I'm going to go back though, because Spirit was like, not the first one. Okay. So I do see that whoever is tuning into pile number 1, if this is not resonating with you, of course, don't take it. But I do see that for someone tuning in here, you're looking for your soul purpose. You're looking for that thing that drives you. You're looking for, what is my niche? What is my thing, Spirit? Like, what is it? What am I supposed to do? What is my drive? I don't see it. And that's where I feel like you're at right now. It's coming, okay? And I know that that can be frustrating, because what am I telling you is it's not here yet, but it is happening. I do think you're going to have to go through a transformation moment first so you can realize and revel in what it is you truly are called to do. But when you find it, my love, it's not going to be like, oh, is this it? Oh, is this really what's there for me? No, it's going to be like a loud boom, and Spirit's going to be like, this is it. this thing you've been working for, this feeling you've been trying to receive, all of what though you've been putting your energy, your heart, and all of your guidance towards, it's here. And it's going to feel so good, and it's going to feel so right, and it's going to be for the good of all and harm to none. There's my air conditioning. I always take that during readings as spirit chiming in. All right, that is just amplified here. It is going to light you up. Good of all harm to none. It is going to excite you. It's going to be so beautiful. And you're going to feel very content in this. I feel like it's going to provide you so much abundance as well. Not just in prosperity, I do see that, but just in fulfillment. I feel like if you have been feeling unfulfilled or directionless, that's changing in the next 6 months. I'm really getting September. That is so loud for me. I feel like right after August with the transformation happening, I feel like September is when you're gonna start really feeling it with that 3, and then moving even more forward with the 6, and it's just going to be like boom, 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 boom. It's all aligning for you, okay? It's all in alignment, and it's going to feel that way. It's going to all make sense, and I know right now it probably doesn't, and you're like, Liv, this is stupid. I'm feeling frustrated, and you're valid in that, but it really, truly is all going to just line out so perfectly for you, and you're going to start, feeling that recognition, whether it's from other people being like, dang, you found your thing, so awesome for you, or whether it's from yourself of being like, thank God or thank Goddess that all I've worked for proved itself to be. Everything I've strived, challenged, and pushed through did prove itself. Like, I feel like you're going to be recognizing your worth, recognizing your accomplishments, looking back at the past with kindness and joy and saying, I did that. Okay, what did I do? That, period. Like, that is what I accomplished. That is what I succeeded in, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I really do feel like everything's going to line up, and you're really going to start seeing it. You're going to start seeing the progress and seeing the results firsthand. And then, like I said, bookending here with the King of Wands upright, you're evolving, okay? You are evolving. By the end of 2022, I see you really sitting confidently in your power, especially a balance of divine feminine and divine masculine energy, healing that wounded masculine and coming out strong. Understand that masculine energy is beautiful. It is confidence, bestie. It is passion. It is fire. It is like, go, go, go. It is leadership. It is ambition. It is motivation, but in a healthy, positive way. And that is what you are coming out of in the end of 2022, or by the end of the next 6 months. You are going to just be royal, regal, like, okay, excuse me, your highness, right? Like, just powerful, confident vibes. And it, really is all working out for you, for your highest good. And I know right now, I know that might be hard to see, but if this gives you anything, let it give you hope. All right, let it give you hope that you are ready to become the King of Wands. You are ready to feel that powerful, confident energy with your creative passions, whatever it looks like for you, and it is going to be manifesting for you. And your career, if it is around your creative abilities, if it is around something you're so passionate about, is going to be thriving. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get any other messages from the oracles. I was called to use some of my OG cards today that I have not used in just such a long time, but I was so called to use them. So we are using the Dragon Wisdom cards here. The first card you got is Peace. What this is showing me right off the bat, what this is showing me right off the bat is that not only is this what you get to receive, but it's what you desire. Pile number 1, I feel like in this current moment, maybe you feel like you haven't been at peace in a while. You feel like you've been anxious, overwhelmed, turmoil. Which path should I go? There's not even a which path. It's like, what path? Like, I feel like for you, it's not a path A or a path B. It's a path IDK, right? Like, there is no clear path for you right now, and that can bring so much frustration. And I feel like you're craving this peace, and Spirit wants you to know it's on its way to you. And again, if you need help, call upon Archangel Chamuel for this guidance. You also got Expression, okay? Pile number 1, Expression. For some reason, I feel like this is hard for you. I feel like your expressive voice has been silenced in the past, whether by others, by yourself, by society, you name it. I feel like this is hard for you. I feel like you are someone who would love to express themselves, love to sit in your creativity and your creative power, but you, some reason, feel like you can't. It's coming through really loudly. I feel like you feel like you, okay? I feel as though you think you cannot express yourself. And when I was talking about this passion, it may have almost brought in discouragement to you, because I see all this passion and this thriving, and I feel as though you felt like, shoot, I don't know how to do that. That all sounds great and glorious, but I don't know how to get there. You do. It is rooted so deep within you. but it's been blocked. It's been suppressed. Yeah, your creativity has been silenced. Again, this could be from yourself, from another person, from society, from a past hurt that someone said about you. You're ready to let that go. I think that's what this transformation, I'm so sorry, that's what this transformation is going to bring as well, is releasing of those old agreements that you put upon yourself, releasing of those old conditions that were placed upon you, and saying, absolutely not. Here I am, here's my voice, and let me freaking roar. All right, I see you roaring. I see you expressing yourself in all of your glory, and it's going to feel so good. Pile number one, I'm getting like chills for you. It's going to feel so good to finally, not me crying. Okay, it's going to feel so good to express yourself in the way you always knew you could, but you feel like you haven't been able to, and it's going to just take off for you, and it's going to provide so many new opportunities. It's so beautiful. It's really beautiful. The last card you got for these today is self-worth, period. All right, absolutely. I feel like a lot of this does revolve around your self-worth, especially when it comes to expression, especially when it comes to, creativity and engaging in those things that bring you a lot of joy. I feel like, again, this is something that you've really neglected. And again, self-worth looks different to everyone. I think for a lot of people, they think of self-worth and self-care as taking a bath and reading your favorite book, but that's not true for all. That's not really true for me. That's not how I really engage in my self-worth and my self-care. So whatever it looks like to you, start prioritizing that, because I know it may seem stupid, but that's going to allow you to engage even more with your self-worth. Why? Because what it is saying is that I deserve time away for myself to really care about me. And that is saying, sorry, my watch is like beep beep. That is saying that I deserve self-care. I deserve self-love. I deserve this time off to take care of me. And what that is saying is that you are prioritizing yourself, and that is power. You prioritizing who you are, even if it's just saying, you know what, I really want to build Legos tonight. That's what I want to do. Is it productive? Maybe not. Is it going to provide me any money? Probably not. But is it something fun that I want to do and that engages in my creativity? Yes. And if I say I'm going to give myself an hour or 2 hours, 3 hours tonight to do that, I am saying that I am deserving of that time. What that's going to do is help bring self-worth into your life. And if I can just give you any message today, it is just a reminder that you are so incredibly worthy. All right. You are worthy of joy and happiness and success. And I want to go back to that divine wounded masculine energy. Your self-worth is not dependent on how much you earn. Your self-worth is not dependent on the career you chose. Your self-worth is not dependent on how many people's lives you can make better with your career, or how many accomplishments you can receive in your career, or how many tokens or awards or raises or bonuses. Those are all great, good, and fine. I'm not saying that they're not, but it is not the factor of your worth. Your worth lies in who the hell you are. It lies in your interests, your dislikes, who you are to other people, how you engage with the world, how you see the world. Your self-worth is you, babe. It's not what you accomplish. I feel like this is hitting home for me, pile number one, because I am so struggling right now with this ideology. And it's been really hard. All right. It's been hard for me also to not think that my self-worth isn't dependent on how much I accomplish, but it's not. All right. It is not dependent on that. Your self-worth is dependent on you. A mantra I've been saying to myself is, you're worthy because you are worthy. I am worthy because I am worthy. Repeat that to yourself, all right? It's been very helpful to me. The next cards we're using are actually, I don't even know what these are called. The magical mermaids and dolphins oracle cards here. The first one you got is watch your thoughts. It's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. Going back to that King of Swords in reverse, I feel like your thoughts at this time are actually incredibly powerful. I'm not going to tell you to only think happy, positive things, because I know that that's not super realistic. All right, we have negative thoughts, we have bad thoughts, we have negative thoughts, we have thoughts that are just really not serving us. So I'm not going to tell you to only ever think positive things, but what your guides are wanting you to see right now is that the way you are thinking is actually affecting you in more ways than one. And again, like I said, your thoughts are valid. Your feelings and your emotions right now through this current situation are yours, and they are valid. But whenever you catch yourself in that cycle that we were talking about earlier, the cycle of obsession, of thinking about, oh my gosh, when is this going to happen? What am I going to do? What am I going to do about my money? Taking a deep breath out. and asking spirit to just calm your mind and ease your soul, all right, because it is creating a chaotic like energy around you, and we don't need that, all right? We don't need our energy, you know, feeling that way or feeling low vibe. So if you can do something in the moment to like really shift you out of that energy, it's helpful too. I've been, like I said, this pile is like very relevant for me, right? So I've been struggling with a lot of these same things recently, to be honest with you. And one thing that my wife and I have been trying is that when our thoughts get to that point of overwhelming, chaotic energy, doing something so weird and so random to shift you out of it. So if my thoughts are all of a sudden like overwhelming, swarming, I try to let myself feel them, and if I'm having a hard time feeling them and I'm just in a cycle, I'll try to do something awkward and weird that shifts my perspective, like dance around with no music on, or just start quacking, or doing the robot, or like something so weird and so random that breaks you out of that mindset and helps you really shift your energy. The next card you got is morning affirmations. Say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. Personally, I just gave you some affirmations, so if you would like to use those, definitely do, which was, I am worthy because I am worthy. I am worthy because I am worthy. The reason I've been saying that one is because it helps me realize that I'm not only worthy because of my success, and that I'm worthy simply for being me. So if that one resonates with you, definitely try it, or just think about an affirmation that you like to hear. I am lovely, I am kind, I am generous, I am happy, I am strong, I am powerful, I am creative, I am following my life's purpose. Whatever resonates with you. Spirit really came in clutch for that one with the air conditioning. So maybe I am following my life's purpose. My life's purpose is clear to me. Saying those affirmations, even if it doesn't feel true yet, saying those affirmations will really help you change your mindset. The next card you got is self-employment. You are a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. So like I was saying with these wand cards here, I definitely was tuning in to somebody who's very passionate either about starting their own business or about really pursuing a passion as a career or as a way to bring financial abundance into your life. If that was you, this is your confirmation that that's going to be incredibly successful for you, and that you have a lot of magical energy surrounding a self-employed project or a self-employed career, especially if it's around something that's like a passion for you. For example, tarot is my passion. Doing readings for other people is my passion, so I was able to turn that into a career. If it's something like that, like a thing you're just so passionate about that's a career for you, it's definitely crowned in a lot of magical energy. Sorry, my watch is like doing the freaking most today. However, if you're someone that's like, Liv, I don't desire self-employment, definitely just disregard this last card here. This was just for those babes who really are considering a path of self-employment, or who already are on one and it seems unclear or fuzzy right now. It's all going to really work itself out again when you are aligned with your life's purpose, which again will show itself to you. I heard someone being like, but where the heck is it? What the heck is it? Understand that going through this transformation, this tower moment, calling on Archangel Chamuel, really getting yourself out of that thought pattern will help it's all prevail itself to you. And I definitely do think it revolves around expression of some kind. So let's go ahead. These are the last cards I pulled for you today. I know this was a bit of a lengthy reading, a lot longer than I've been doing recently, but I was called to just really do a lot of cards today. So let's go ahead and see. These are the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. The first card you got is Push to the Surface. You may have become complacent. You might be stalling or in need of a new energy surge. Why can I not read this? You might be stalling or in need of a new surge of energy. Become aware of the dynamics of your life, all right? Very much going back to that King of Swords in reverse energy. When we are feeling stuck, when we are feeling stagnant, it can be easy to stay there. It can be very easy to get lost there and really be consumed by that negative energy. But Spirit is wanting you to push through that right now, push through that. And like the cards were saying, going through this transformation is going to really push you through the surface. It's not always the most comfortable thing, but it is incredibly necessary and 100% worth it in the long haul. The next card you got is Convey Your Meaning, number 41. You also got number 27 here. All right. Reflect on the way you communicate with others and with yourself. Be sure to express your thoughts and feelings from your heart with respect and sincerity. All right. Again, we got the expression card. We also got the King of Swords, which is about, communication and things like that as well. I really do feel like they're really wanting you to work on how you express what you are feeling, whether it's through song, whether it's through writing, whether it's through talking, whether it's through speaking, whether it's through drawing, however you like to express yourself, dancing, cooking, there's so many ways of expression. Whichever way you feel like expressing yourself, do it for you and do it in a very genuine way. Don't try to, force this expression or be someone you're not. And also just be aware of how you are communicating, not only to others, but also to yourself right now. It can be so hard when we're feeling stuck. King of Swords in reverse energy. It can be really hard when we're feeling hard on ourselves, down on ourselves, to not just kind of be very mean, be very critical, be very hard. But be mindful of that thinking. Be mindful of those thoughts you're saying to yourself, whether external or internal, because they are affecting you. They really are affecting you right now. Again, your feelings are valid and you are allowed to feel them, but just be mindful of, excuse me, Spirit, be mindful of how you are communicating these things either to others or to yourself, and think about how they could actually be affecting what's going on around you at this time. My goodness, okay? And just really heavily relying in expression. Someone needs to express themselves, all right? Express yourself. Get it out, babe. Let yourself express. The last card you got today is number 36, blend into the environment. You have many skills and can fit into any situation. Take time to assess what's going on around you and adapt accordingly. Many messages coming through here. Surprisingly, I didn't think that this card would really provide many messages, but it has just now. The first one being that during this current situation, there are so many different ways of looking at what's going on. You can look at this as, oh my gosh, everything's happening to me, against me, this all sucks, which again, valid. Or you can see this as an opportunity that things are happening for you instead of to you, and really adjusting accordingly to what Spirit is trying to communicate to you here and really where they're trying to lead you. Another message I got is that the reason nothing is yet set in stone is because you have so many skills, so many talents. I feel like you're someone who feels like maybe you don't, but you genuinely and truly do. I feel like you are so multi-talented and multi-skilled, maybe in ways that you haven't quite discovered, that it can be really easy to take multiple different paths. And that is exciting and encouraging, but it can also feel very overwhelming. It can feel like you don't know which one is the right one if there are so many different paths for you to choose from. Wow, excuse me. Okay, so with that cough, I take every bodily function during a reading very seriously from a message from Spirit. And what I just got there is when I said that, my throat chakra silenced. And how that makes me feel is that I feel like you really have been looking at, your current career, your current finances as, I have all these talents that could bring me just a surplus of abundance. And maybe it's going and getting a 9 to 5, going back and getting a career in a different thing that you don't really like, but you could do. Maybe you're really good at something, you don't enjoy it, but you're good at it. And Spirit is trying to get you to see that you actually have skills that not only rely in technical abilities, but also in the creative and the self-expression. And that part of you is just so silenced for some reason that my throat chakra literally broke down when I was thinking about delivering that message of just expressing yourself. I feel like the expression, that part of the reading is so loud that when I was even going to mention taking a path of self-expression, it got frayed, it got silenced. So that to me shows that it's even more amplified, and you are really, really, really called to take a path of expression, to take a path of self-expression, to take a path of creativity. And even if it's just expressing yourself through, talking about how you're truly feeling, whatever it is, you need to really work on that throat chakra and express what it is you're wanting to express. All right. You also got the number 9 twice. So what I'm truly seeing is that, what month is that? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, period. Okay. I've been saying this whole reading that I feel like September is really going to be when things are starting to figure themselves out. Spirit was correct. Okay. I feel like with both of these pushed to the surface and looking looking at how you can kind of blend in and assess the situation and figure out which way you want to go. Both of these are going to present themselves in the month of September very, 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 very loudly. You're going to be pushed to the surface, I think, through August, and then really come out the top through the month of September and be able to really look at what it is you actually want to do and how you can better express yourself and bring that into your reality, and understand that if you want a career in expressing yourself, good of all harm to none, you absolutely deserve that. If you want a career, or even if it's not your full-time career, but a way to earn money on the side through a creative expression, you deserve to receive that. And as long as you believe that you deserve to receive that, it really will start showing up for you post-September 2022, or in the next, okay, right now we're in July, so August, September, in the next 2 months, if you are listening to this from a 6-month period, if you are listening to this in like 2026 or something, then the next 2 months is really going to be a very pivotal time for you to go through the healing. So that way in September, or in the next, like right after 2 months, it's going to really show itself to you and you're going to be able to receive it fully. All right, pile number 1. Wow, I really hope this resonated with you. Y'all got me in my feels. I feel like I very much related to this. Be open to receiving messages from spirit definitely in the next 6 months. Be open to finding your your true voice, your true calling. And I feel like once you're able to work through that expression block, your life's purpose and your life calling is going to be very clear to you. So another message I just got towards the end of this reading was that if you're someone who's been working on it and you're getting really fed up because you feel like you've been working on your self-expression, you've been addressing these old things, that there is still something there that I think your ego is blocking you from seeing that is really blocking your expression. It's not saying you have not been working on it. It's not saying that the work you've done is invalid. It is saying, however, that there's still more. There is something that is being hidden from you, from your ego, to protect you, not in a negative way, but your ego is like, no, you don't need to see that, you don't need to deal with that, so we're not going to really let you see that right now. And I feel like that's what's also causing frustration for some of you, is you're like listening to this whole reading and you're like, Liv, what the frick do you think I've been doing? All right, and if that is you, spirit is saying, I hear you, I see you, your thoughts and feelings are valid, but there is in fact still something that's blocking you from expressing yourself. So sit with your ego, talk to your ego and say, take the freaking back seat, STFU for a little bit, and let me drive and see what's really going on beneath the surface. All right, pile number 1, I hope this resonated with you. I am so happy to be back reading with you regularly. I have missed you all so much. If this reading resonated, please leave a comment down below if you would like to and let me know. It really helps me out so much to see that these readings are resonating with you. And also, I just love communicating with you in the comments. I always try my best to respond to as many as possible. So thank you so much to those who comment. It also makes a huge difference for me and my channel, and it helps me out so much. Commenting, subscribing, giving a thumbs up, turning on your notification bell, those all just make such a huge difference. So thank you so much to those of you who have done that. And don't forget to, if you have not yet. All right, as a reminder, my private readings right now are actually closed, so if you hear otherwise, that is not correct. Okay, pile number 1, I love you, I adore you, and I'm so grateful for you. I'm just so thankful for you. On this channel, I do accept tips and donations, which are never, ever required. Just received with so much joy, love, and gratitude at PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. These are all just ways that you can kind of help support me, but again, never required, never expected. I love you all so much. I love you and I adore you, and I'm so grateful for you, and I hope this resonated, and I can't wait to hear about how the next 6 months of your life go. And happy mid 2022. Let's make this the rest of this year one worth remembering, good of all harm to none. So love you cuties so much, and I hope to see you again for my next reading. As always, remember to show others love, show your light, and shine so bright, and I will see you for my next video. Bye. All right, pile number 2 with the beautiful amethyst stone here. I am biased because I am a February baby, so amethyst is actually one of my favorite stones. It was kind of this weird thing where, like, when I was young, I didn't like amethyst because I didn't want to like it just because it was my birthstone. And now as an adult, it is just one of my absolute favorite stones, and it's your girl's birthstone, so we love it. Okay, so what a wonderful choice. So before we go ahead and get into the reading, I did choose the crystals I chose today for a very specific reason. So I do believe that subconsciously you were drawn to amethyst for a reason. Amethyst is such a healing stone. It is so good to use for any kind of physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, what have you, financial pain. And I know we are talking about career and we are talking about finances, but I do believe that your soul picked this pile for a reason, because in some aspect or another, healing is needed. Maybe you are a healer, maybe you are an energy healer, a teacher, a guide, a friend that people always come lean on, or maybe you are in if you are in desire to be healed during this time. Whatever it is, I do think healing has a very prominent energy for you in this current reading. So let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say. The first cards we are using here today are the Moonology Oracle cards. As always, if you are new here, I do link my decks that I use both in the description and the pinned comment of this video if you would like to check them out yourself. So let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say for you. The first card you got is a personal issue reaches resolution. Also, I'm so shaky right now. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not sure why. I've eaten. I am like fully okay, but I am just so super shaky, and I just want to address that because if you like see me shaking, I'm okay. But a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. So if you are listening to this when we are going live, we are in Cancer season. I am filming this in July of 2022. Like I said, this could either be for the end of 2022, like the rest of 2022, or a 6-month reading. So if you are listening to this in 2022, we are literally in Cancer season. So I really feel like Spirit is just giving confirmation that this is happening here and now. I feel like regarding your career, regarding your finances, there has been this personal issue affecting it. This could be maybe you had to take time off due to a personal conflict or situation, or maybe you just are feeling the word insecure is coming to my head. Again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Maybe you're feeling insecure in your current career position, or maybe it's just not what you're fully wanting. Whatever it is, what you are doing for a career right now is bringing up personal issues. It's either bringing up triggers or shining light on whatever has just been not serving you. And I feel like, also, I'm so sorry. They have been not mowing my lawn. It's a Friday, and for some reason they're mowing it. I'm going to keep delivering it. If you hear the lawn being mowed in the background, I am so sorry. But I do feel for you that there is just something going on right now that just feels like it's not quite lining up for you. And I'm hoping that through the rest of the piles, the rest of the reading, we're going to be able to see more about what Spirit is really hinting at. So we did pull more Moonology cards for you here. The first card you got is A Time for Healing. Okay, yes. So with that amethyst energy, I do feel like you still definitely could be a healer that I'm tuning into, but the main thing I was getting with the amethyst is healing. So I feel like there is something going on around your career house, around your finances that just needs healing during this time. There might be some energy around either finances or career that needs to be healed during this time. For some reason, I'm getting finances with you, pile number 2. This does not, oh my God, excuse me, Spirit. This does not mean that this cannot also be a career reading as well, but for some reason for you, I am just so hard tuning into finances. So definitely take whichever resonates. If it doesn't mean anything to you about finances, just take it as a career reading. That's totally fine. But I am seeing that there is an energy around healing your money mindset. That's a loud thing that's coming through to me in my head. If you're wondering what I mean by that, I'm currently on a goal to heal my own money mindset. So your money mindset is the way you view how you receive money, how you earn money, how you spend money, what money is to you, how much weight you place on the idea of money, and all of that good jazz. So if you are someone who growing up as a child, maybe you grew up in a family that was really worried about money, fought about money, money was a source of stress, worry, anxiety, hardship, arguing, fighting, divorce, what have you, that can really affect your money mindset as an adult, because that is what you were trained to see. That is what you grew up seeing all the time, and that is how you kind of received it. So it can be really hard as an adult to now relearn and rewire how you view money, how you view the dollar, right? Like how much weight do you put on money? How much weight do you put around finances? Do you believe that you're always meant to live a life of poverty and famine and stress and worry? Sorry, that's my watch going off. For some reason, pile number 2, there are like a plethora of distractions surrounding your pile. And typically I would just like stop recording, but Spirit doesn't want me to do that. And I think the reason why is because I feel like, again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, but I feel like this is how it's kind of been going for you lately. I feel like there's been a lot of distractions in your life, or maybe you've been putting distractions in your life as to not have to worry about certain things, because seriously, none of this was happening. And then as soon as I pressed record, every single thing started happening and like being distracting. And I really do feel like that's spiritual. I feel like that is Spirit showing that either there's been so many distractions going on in your life, so many things in which you don't have to focus on the hurts, the feelings. Like, do you hear my upstairs neighbors right now? Like, what is going on, Spirit? But I also feel like they want to talk to you so bad, and they want you just to stop and pause and focus, and they are not wanting me to give into the distractions and stop recording. So I'm gonna keep going, and I'm sorry that if it's like not as enjoyable, I'm really, really sorry. But I really do feel like if you have been someone who's been distracting yourself a lot with either social media, vices, you name it, Spirit really wants you to take a look at that and to stop letting distractions take over your life. If that's what's been going on for you, it can be really easy when we're feeling like overwhelmed or nervous or anxious about money, about finances, about how to pay the bills. It can be really easy to not want to sit in those feelings and just to distract ourselves with TV, our cell phones. Like, there's so many distractions at our ready in this 21st century. Oh my god, not me glitching right now. Okay, there's just like so many freaking distractions. So if you are allowing yourself to feel distracted by that, first of all, I want to let you know that I totally understand, and that's not something to be like upset with yourself about, but more so just something to look at and realize that you do not need to distract yourself, babe. It is okay to sit with those feelings. It's okay to look at them. Another message that just came through is that if you are going through any like financial stress right now with the current inflation and just the cost of everything going up so flipping much, Spirit wants you to know that your feelings around this situation are incredibly valid, and it's really important to let yourself feel them. It's really important to let yourself feel, because that is how you start the healing process, is by allowing yourself to feel them. And what I mean by that is, say a worry comes up about money. Oh my gosh, how am I going to afford X, Y, and Z? Maybe your initial response is, I don't want to deal with this right now. I don't want to think about this. I'm just going to scroll through my phone, turn on TV. Spirit is asking you going forward to say, okay, how about just for like a minute and a half, let yourself sit in these feelings, sit in the worry, sit in the fear, sit in the anxiety, and just really let them come up to the surface and feel. Because once you allow yourself to feel them, it'll make the healing process so much easier for you. I don't know why I pulled these one at a time. You also got emotions are running high, as well as the end of a tough cycle approaches. I really should have just pulled all of these out at the same time, but like I said, there's just like a million distractions going on right now. Oh, Spirit, what the freaking heck? Okay, so yeah, absolutely, emotions are running high right now. I see that this is something that's probably really emotional for you, whether it's financial fear or career fear or whatever it looks like for you, or just financial, just like stress is the word I'm getting. It can be a very emotional thing, especially when it comes to not knowing if you're gonna be able to pay your rent, or not knowing if you're gonna have a place to stay. Like, there are so many valid fears I see right now, and Spirit just wants you to know that you're allowed to feel them. You're allowed to feel anxious. You're allowed to feel stressed out. You're allowed to feel worried. You're allowed to feel your emotions, regardless of what society says. You do not need to be tough all the time. Like, it's okay to let your guard down. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel. Like, it is okay. It is allowed. It is valid. And they really want you to do that. So understand that your feelings and your emotions are not something to hide or suppress or ignore, but to really let them feel, so then you can push through them. And I do see that this is very emotional. This is very sitting really heavy on your chest, and that's why it's even more important to let them feel. However, towards the end of the 6 months, maybe towards October, November, December, the best time of the year, okay, maybe around that time, I definitely see that this whole cycle, the first right now present to the next maybe 4 months, is going to be a little like emotional for you. It might require a lot of soul searching, shadow work, mirror work, money mindset retraining, money mindset healing, relationship healing, your relationship with finances. But it is going to what's the word, equal a breakthrough. I don't know the right word that I'm trying to say. Like, it's going to lead to a breakthrough, and it is definitely going to end. It's not going to be just high emotions all the time forever. It just might be that right now, so that way you can let yourself really, really, really heal. I kind of feel like Spirit is going to push you right to your breaking point when it comes to emotions, so you understand that it's so important to let yourself feel them. Kind of imagine like if you've been suppressing your actual thoughts and feelings and emotions for so long, it's like you are shoving so many things into this container, and you're shoving and shoving and shoving and shoving and shoving, and eventually it's going to get to the point where the lid does not fit, and you're still shoving, and then the lid's just going to pop off. And I feel like that might happen if you continue to maybe suppress a little bit. And I'm not saying you're not talking about them, but I feel like you're suppressing your true emotions within yourself. You might be expressing them to your friends, your families, your coworkers, your stresses, your annoyances, but are you actually letting yourself feel the emotions and where they stem from? And that's really more so what I'm getting at here. And I feel like if you are able to kind of let yourself feel them, then you probably won't get to that breaking point, but maybe you already have, and now your lid's just like popped off, and emotions might be everywhere for a little bit, and that's all right. We go through those phases, we go through those periods, but definitely let yourself feel them and heal through them, and understand that it's temporary. The next cards we are using for you today are the Angel Wisdom Tarot cards here. You got quite a few, so let's go ahead and see what you got here. The first card you got is the Awakening. Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and continue putting out the rest, but right off the bat, I feel like you are in a moment of pause right now. And like I'm saying, it definitely could be career, but Spirit is definitely just saying more like finances for you here, pile number 2. So like I said, take what resonates though and leave what doesn't. You also got the 3 of Cups. You got the Transformation, which pile number 1 got as well. You got the 8 of Pentacles here. You got the Knight of Wands, and you got one more that I just don't know. We're just going to move our Selenite wand over and fit this here. You got the Chariot. Okay, so yeah, like I said, this could be career or finances. Please take whichever one you feel like is meant for you. But starting off with the Awakening, I feel like you've currently been in this rest period or just a moment of pause. If it's about finances, maybe you feel like things are just kind of not coming to you as quickly as you want them to be. Maybe you're hoping for a raise, or you're hoping for something new in your life, and it just hasn't quite come into your life yet, and that can cause frustration, that can cause worry, that can cause anxieties. And your guides want you to know, specifically Chamuel, he popped up here a lot, as well as pile 1. So if you are someone who is like, I'm between 1 and 2, definitely go back and listen to 1 as well. But I really do feel like right now your angels are wanting you to pause and reflect, so that way you can really, like I was saying, change your mindset around certain things, specifically around finances, how you receive money, what money means to you, the weight you put around it, etc. Just this society. I mean, this society puts so much weight and emphasis around the dollar. Like, it puts so much weight around money. It's so interesting. I'm not a victim, but I am a product of this as well, right? Like I said, I'm still working through my money mindset, but I really do feel like right now they're putting you in this position, especially in the beginning of the next 6 months. So July, August area, they're really putting you in a position to look at things differently. I feel like there might be a situation, a person, someone you come in contact with that just really thinks about things differently. And at first that might be very, very triggering to you to hear someone think about things so differently than you when it comes to money, but definitely listen to what they have to say when it comes to someone who is like a manifester or really just living in that high vibe energy, it, like I said, it might be a little triggering, but listen to what they have to say, because I feel like with this awakening, there might be a person or a situation that shows itself that's going to help you really change the way you see things. I really do feel like during this time, it's okay and important to lean on people closest to you, whether it is your spiritual tribe, whether it is your literal tribe of people, your family, your friends, your close connections, found family or blood. It's a really beautiful time to kind of lean on them and communicate with them and express your emotions around them, obviously if you feel safe to do so. And if you don't feel safe to do so, finding those people who you do feel safe to just like express yourself. Yeah, it's really important to show your emotions right now and to express them in a safe space, because I really just feel like they're weighing heavy on you. You got the transformation card, and Well and the transformation both showed themselves in pile number 1 as well. So I do feel like there is a transformation here. However, I'm seeing it differently than I did for pile 1. I do feel this has already happened. I feel like your tower moment has kind of already come, and if you haven't seen it yet, it might show up in the future, but I'm not feeling it's going to be a literal tower moment where everything comes crashing down. I feel like it might be a bit more subtle. I feel like it might be in the way of like one thing here, then the next, 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 then the next. And it's going to kind of maybe feel like everything's falling apart. But if that's what you currently are feeling, please know that the only reason things fall apart is so that way they can be built back together a better way, right? Spirit's not going to make everything fall apart just to be like, haha, you suck, deal with it. They're helping things fall apart because how it was originally built was not working, so it needs to fall apart so it can be built with a different foundation, right? Because if the foundation's not good, no matter how much work you put on it, it still can fall. So sometimes things need to fall completely apart so that the foundation can be rebuilt, and then you can just grow and blossom so far upwards. And then with the 8 of Pentacles and then this powerful energy here towards the end, the 8 of Pentacles is such an interesting card. This is a very financial card, talking about learning new interests, really focusing on your career, focusing on finances. And I feel like this is what's going to happen. I feel like if you are someone who's been just like negatively affected by the ideas of money or really stressing out about money, you're going to go through this transformation. The grounds are going to be rebuilt, and you're going to realize that earning money is fun, and it can be something that brings you so much joy, and it doesn't have to weigh so heavily on you in your life. Now, are there things that require money? Yes. Okay. Unfortunately, we live in a world right now where you need money to survive. It's how our economy is built. It's how our world is built, is upon the dollar right now. But it's more like looking at what energy do you want to receive money in, right? You can go get a job that you hate and you can earn money, or you can find something you love, learn a lot about how to earn money doing that, and then earn money doing something you love. It's more so about rewiring the way that you believe you deserve to receive money. Sometimes we can think to ourselves, well, I'm stuck in this situation and this is all I have. This is all that's ever going to happen to me. And the only way I'm ever going to get out of it is if I win the lottery. By saying that, what you are actually doing is putting yourself in this very confined box that says to Spirit, the only way I'm allowed to earn money is through the lottery. Now, first of all, that means you have to play it, right? But second of all, it's like, okay, but what if Spirit wants to give you a gift in a totally different way, but you're blocking off that receiver by saying, no, this is the only way. This is the only way because I'm stuck and I'm in this limiting mindset. However, if you're just open to receiving abundance, however it gets delivered to you, Spirit might show up in magnificent ways that you could have never imagined. And by healing your relationship with money, and by healing the relationship in which you see that you deserve to receive it, you open up the door for so many new prospects. Then you got the Knight of Wands and the Chariot here. Both are very driven and they're both moving forward, which is so beautiful. Pile number 2. I really do feel, which is so cool because you also got Capricorn here moving forward. I really just do feel like with the end of a tough cycle is approaching, it approaches. I feel like once this tough cycle ends, oh my gosh, you're just taking off. Look at both of these horses here, just moving forward. They're moving past all of this. They're leaving what did not serve them in the past. That way they can move forward to the future with bright new eyes, with so much exciting passion and drive, and you just have like a good head on your shoulders. I really do feel like towards the end of this month, maybe like October, November, December, things are just going to start really pushing forward for you. You're really going to start feeling much better about your current finances and about how things are going. I feel like you're going to be receiving abundance. That's coming to my head kind of clearly. All right. I just say kind of clearly to like discredit myself, and I didn't mean to do that. I'm working on that. All right. But I do feel like there's going to be a lot of abundance coming your way, because once you realize you deserve to receive abundance and the ways that you enjoy, so many new opportunities open up. And Spirit here with the Knight of Wands and the Chariot is like, yeah, absolutely. Like it's coming through, and it's coming through clutch. Okay. The next cards I pulled for you are the Dragon Wisdom Oracle cards here. I'm going to be super honest with you. I haven't pulled these cards in a long time, and I might need to read the book for a few, but that's all right. All right. We always support that here. The first card you got is Avalon. Then you got Revelation. Like, I have no idea what this card means. I always see it and it never sticks in my head for some reason. And then you got King Arthur. Let me rearrange these real quick. And then the last one of these you got is New Worlds. So let me get the book real quick, because I just don't want to speak incorrectly here. Hopefully we have a little break from the lawnmower as well. All right, Avalon. Let's see. If you draw this card, a powerful magical energy wants to arise within you. The moon dragon is awakening the priestess or the sorcerer within, and have you travel to Avalon, the Isle of Apple Trees. Okay, so I do remember this. I do remember this. This is all about kind of connecting to deeper spirits and deeper energies. Whenever I see Avalon, one, I believe that the Isle of Apple Trees is just really abundant, right? It just shows you like abundance and new growth and delicious fruits and just like abundance and prosperity. And what I'm seeing there is that if you're having a hard time even seeing how you can have all of this abundance or how this is for you, right? Maybe you're someone who sees this abundant lifestyle and you think, wow, that is so amazing, but that's just not for me. Wow, that's so amazing, but people like me just don't receive that. Or wow, that's so wonderful, but oh, I could never have that. If you're having a hard time seeing that, call upon the Avalon dragon here and ask them to help you see that, and maybe even ask them during meditation and just let them show you. I think it's also beautiful because these aren't apples. They look like possibly lemons, or maybe they are apples, but even in the background of this card, there are all these little trees that even kind of look like apple trees. So I really do see that there's a multiple synchronicity here, not only with traveling and going and visiting these sorcerers and priestess and wizards through connecting with the moon dragon Avalon, but also just understanding the abundance that really is to come once you are able to receive it and once you are able to see it. Now, again, I am not trying to discredit your feelings or your emotions around your current state of finances. I fully understand that stresses are real and they're totally valid, but Spirit is just really trying to give you encouragement, and that's the loudest message here right now, to understand, like I said, that there are so many more ways to receive than just one. And I know that that can be hard for a lot of us to hear, because if we've been living in one way, one like mindset our whole life, it's not just super easy to change that. So be gentle with yourself along this journey as well. The next card you got is Revelations. All right. There once was a time when the veils were thin and the wise men and women among our ancestors would pass through them. These people were able to visit the elf folk and fetch holy swords, or to ask the elf priest for advice. The elves have the gift of second sight, as they can see the future. Drawing this card is a great honor. Our present time is in flux. The veils are becoming more translucent. Go on a journey and make the journey just once, and consider what you can do in return to thank the elves. Know this: any good deed you do in this world is seen in the elf world and is greatly respected. Okay, so these cards just are so interesting to me. I do like them, but some of them just like don't vibe with me when it comes to the meaning. And to be honest, I'm just gonna like read the card the way I'm receiving it is what I've decided. So in this transformation card, it says, a significant life experience that requires changes to be made, powerful and often unexpected revelations, breaking free of procrastination and releasing old belief systems. I just feel like the reason you got the revelation card was to truly show you that you are in fact going to go through a period of growth, transformation, and revelations. I feel like there are going to be so many things that are going to help you change the way you're currently viewing things. And I'm not coming on here to say, oh, the way you're viewing things is wrong. I'm not saying that, okay? Spirit's not saying that. Even if what you're doing right now is totally perfect and wonderful and fine, there are still things that we can learn and see through going through a point of healing and transformation. And I think Spirit is really wanting to talk to you about that at this time. So be open to any new ideas, any new information that you receive. If you get this inkling feeling, listen to it and trust it. Then you got King Arthur. These human cards always just throw me off. Okay, King Arthur really just, we're gonna put the book down now. King Arthur is really just understanding that you have the ability to become the hero or the heroine of your own life. What this represents to me is like really understanding that life does not just have to happen to you. Sometimes, like for me personally, when I'm going through a lot of like financial worry, financial stress, financial grief, I can get into the mindset that everything that's going on is happening to me. The world is just happening to me, life is just happening to me, and I just happen to be on the ride. However, when you decide that you get to become the hero or heroine of your own life, what that means is that now life is happening for you. You get to choose your life. You get to decide what you want to do. You get to decide how you want to earn money, how you want to spend money, what money means to you. You have control back. I feel like money is this interesting thing because it can really dictate how we feel, right? If we have a lot of money, sometimes we feel good. If we have a little money, we can feel sad. A lot of us often think that once I have X amount of money, I'll be satisfied, right? It's just so interesting how much weight we put on it. But with the Eight of Pentacles and you deciding how you get to view money, you deciding what money means to you, it's going to shift your whole world. And you really are going to get to take charge back into your life. And that's so funny because I forgot you literally got the New World here. I do actually see that. I really do feel like this is going to just create like a whole new world for you. All right, Aladdin coming in through a whole new world, right? Like a whole new world is waiting for you. New fantastic point of view. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do see that once you go through this revelations, these healings, this time of feeling and letting your emotions be, really looking at them for what they are and then healing them is going to bring about a whole new world for you where you get to just see life with such beautiful glasses, but not even glasses because it's just like the way it is. You get to see life with such a beautiful point of view, and it's really going to shift all that you thought you knew before. The next cards I pulled for you are the Magic and Mermaids Oracle cards here. The first card you got is set your sights higher, increase your standards, and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. Absolutely. That's exactly what I was just really leaning and, conveying here was that set your sights higher, not only for life, but how you think you deserve to earn money. This is something I really have been working on recently for myself. I've been going through my own money fears. With inflation, cost of living for me personally has gone up drastically, if I'm being super honest with you. And when you have a big price increase like that in your daily, monthly life, it can create a lot of stress around you, and it did. And I had to have this conversation with myself where I was like, okay, I could go get a job that I didn't really love doing before I started doing this full time, and I could go back to being a behavior therapist, and I could go back to living a job that was high stress and not really serving me, but it's whatever. I can earn money. Money is all I need. I'll have money and I'll be fine. And my spirit guides had this talk with me, and they were like, okay, true, you could do that. But is that the way you want to receive money? Is that the vibrational frequency you want to be in which you would receive abundance? Because if so, you will receive it. But then once you have the money, it's not going to make you happy. It's not going to fulfill whatever you thought you receiving this would fulfill. And I'm having to learn that. So if you are someone that's like me, you might be called to just kind of set your sights higher on how you deserve to receive abundance and what abundance truly looks like to you. The next card you got is empowerment. You're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful. Absolutely, pile number 2. Okay, you are so powerful, and I feel like this is kind of a very suppressed pile as well. I feel like not suppressed as in like, oh, you're a suppressed person, but just like there's these limiting beliefs that are really kind of suppressing you and chaining you to this current state of being where it doesn't need to be. You are more powerful than you realize. Let yourself be powerful. Let yourself feel how amazing you are, and it's going to change your world, bestie. The next card you got, yes, period. Waves of prosperity, new abundance, and exciting opportunities wash over you now. Eight of Pentacles, King Arthur becoming the hero of your life, new world, Knight of Wands, the Chariot, all like new, fascinating, exciting opportunities. New waves of prosperity, new abundance are washing over you now. End of 2022 or in the next 4 or 5 months, if you are listening to this from a 6-month perspective, abundance, 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 abundance is on its way to me now, period. Y'all hear the burps, okay? Spirit speak. New abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you. Get ready, okay? Last one of these cards, I mean, yes. Okay, mic drop, walk away, treasure chest, an unforeseen windfall of new abundance. New abundance comes to you now. The reason I am emphasizing this, you know what? I need to stand up. I know my audio is going to change. Bear with me, okay? New abundance. The reason why this is so important is because it's not going to be in the way you were once receiving money, okay? Yes, maybe it's the same job you had. Maybe it's the same way you had it before, but now the way you receive it is going to be new. It's going to be different. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be from love, not fear. Joy, not fear of losing what you have. It's going to be out of excitement for what you get to receive. It's going to be so different, so magical, so abundant that I don't even know you're going to know what to do with it at first, and that's okay. Let yourself revel in it. Sit with this joy and excitement because, my God, it is beautiful. So much abundance, bestie. All right, the last cards I pulled for you today are the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. I'm so sorry my audio changed, but your girl just needs to stand up for this, okay? The first card you got is Dancing in the Rainbow, number 7. Whew, I'm going. Break free from whatever you feel is holding you back. Express happiness and find out what you truly desire. Break free. All right. I want to break free. Y'all make me want to sing, I swear. Break free of these thought patterns, these negative beliefs, these old cycles you thought you deserved to be in, these old things that just were not serving you. Break free from that and dance in the rainbow because, bestie, you deserve happiness, joy, fulfillment, excitement, love, abundance, prosperity, and all in the ways that you've always hoped to desire. No, always in the way you hope to deserve. Sorry, I'm glitching. The next card you got is number 28, Seeing Both Sides. I love hammerhead sharks. This is like such a cute card. Take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective, period. Okay, that's the awakening vibe. Looking at this from a different perspective. How is everything that's going on right now happening for me, for my highest good, instead of to me, right? Not being the victim of your own life, but being the hero of it, being that main character energy. So often we can kind of find ourselves in victim mentalities, even in our own life. Me, okay? Me, bestie, me personally, I'll speak for myself. I often find myself in a victim mentality. Oh my gosh, all this is happening to me, against me, not for my highest good, always harming me, but that's not true, all right? Life is happening for us, not just to us, and you have the opportunity in the next 6 months to really change that mindset and really see that you are the one in control here, and you really do have so much more power than I think you realize. You also got Resilience. That's the card here, okay? There is no need to rush or push. This is a time to take things as they come. You have the determination and patience to handle what is happening. Yes. Pile number 2, please, Spirit, speak, okay? You are resilient. I know that what's going on right now is hard, and I'm not saying that what's going on right now is easy. Like, I'm not saying that it's easy. But Spirit wants you to know that you have what it takes to handle this and to come out on the other side so strong. All right, this is happening for a reason. You are being called to grow. You are being called to shift. You are being called to shift your perspective, the way you view life, the way you view abundance, the way you view your career, the way you view prosperity, because it is happening for your highest good, so you can receive all of this abundance with joy instead of fear of losing it, right? So say you get $10,000. If you're in the mindset of money always comes and then goes really quickly, I always have to be afraid of it, even getting that $10,000 is like, oh my God, I don't want to lose it. I have to hold on to all of it, right? Or if you change your money mindset, it's like, wow, look at this amazing gift of abundance. I can't wait for the next 10,000 to come very, very soon. You know what I'm saying? Looking at it as a gift and as just like high vibes instead of fear. And your guys just want you to just acknowledge how resilient you are and how powerful you are. The last card you got today, pile number 2, is number 10. Every step counts. You got 2 10s here. Every step counts. There is an advantage in taking things slowly. Breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. Yeah. All right, take it easy. No one is telling you to rush. No one is telling you have to push through this immediately, or that you have to be completely, totally different by tomorrow. This is going to be a slow burn. And what I mean by that is, like, it might take some time for you to go through this healing. Don't try to rush through the healing, bestie. All right, take your time, feel your emotions, go through the journey, appreciate the journey, appreciate what's happening. Notice that it's happening for you. And, there's going to be moments where you do not appreciate it and you're full on pissed off, and let yourself feel those emotions too. That's all right. That's all right. It's okay to feel all of the emotions, the good, the bad, the ugly, good of all harm to none, and to not take them out on others, but just to let yourself feel them. It is so powerful to enjoy the process, because let me tell you, by the end of 2022, when you're sitting and you're like, powerful empowerment, chariot, treasure chest, waves of prosperity moment, you're going to be looking back and you're going to see the last 6 months. And you're going to be like, dang, how the heck did I get here? I've grown so much. I did not even know this was possible, but it is. And you overcame that. So when you get to that space, look back at these past 6 months with grace and joy and the gratitude of what you had to go through from July to December. Or if you're looking at this, if you're listening to this, not when I'm posting it, looking at the past 6 months, and see how far you've come. I know right now where you're sitting in this moment, that might be hard to even fathom, thinking about that you're going to look back at this time right now and think, wow, look how much I grew. But it is happening, all right? It is happening, and it's happening for you. You're going to be abundant. You're going to be feeling really good about money and prosperity and abundance. But during this time, the healing is the most important aspect. So let yourself heal with grace and ease. Let yourself heal your money mindset. Let yourself look at how you view money, really, and see if there is anything that needs to be healed. Maybe it doesn't. All right, for me it is. Bestie, for me, I got to heal so much money mindset stuff. That's actually what I've been working on this past week of my life, and I'm not even anywhere close to being done. But it's a work in progress, just as am I, and that's okay. So be gentle with yourself along this journey. Don't try to force your healing. Don't try to force your growth. It's all happening in divine timing for divine reason. And I really hope that this reading gave you that perspective. If it did help, I really hope it did. And I just want you to know that your feelings are valid. If you're feeling frustrated in this time around finances, around inflation, around the state of the world when it comes to money, please know that your emotions and your feelings are valid, and let yourself feel them, all right? Let yourself feel them and express them and heal them, good of all harm to none. And I hope you know that, but just know that there's so many exciting things coming for you in the next 6 months. I just cannot wait for the growth that's coming your way in the year of 2022 for the rest of this year, all right? Pile number 2, I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please leave a comment down below and let me know. Commenting and, subscribing, leaving a thumbs up, and turning on your notification bell all makes such a huge difference to me and my channel's growth. But also, I love when you comment, because I get to interact with you, and I try my best to respond to as many comments as I can. And I love chatting with you. I feel like we're actual, like, real life besties, and it means the world to me. So thank you so much to everyone who does leave a comment. I wanted to let you know that at this time, my private readings are closed. So if you hear anything other than that, please know that that is absolutely not true. On this channel, I do accept tips and donations, which are never required. Just receive with so much joy, love, and gratitude at Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. If you would like to help support me, you can check those out. But again, never, ever, ever, ever required, okay? Besties, I love you so much. I adore you. I'm so glad that we got to share our energy here today during this time. Thank you for your patience with me along this reading as we had all the distractions happening at this time. But I'm just so grateful for you. I'm so grateful we get to exist together. As always, remember to show others love, show your light, and shine so bright. And I will see you, cutie patooties, for my next video. Bye! All right, our beautiful pile number 3 with the carnelian stone here. So I did actually choose your stones for a very specific purpose today. Pile number 3, I mean all the stones I did, but I really chose the stones based off of the properties of them. And carnelian is such a powerful stone. Carnelian kind of got this rap on social media that it was like really good for attracting things to you, which is true. But one of carnelian's biggest purposes is actually helping you overcome from trauma, which is actually so cool. So carnelian is known to help you overcome from trauma of any kind, whether it's emotional, physical, mental, spiritual, whatever kind of trauma or abuse you have ever endured in your life. Carnelian helps you overcome that and helps you heal from that. Also, carnelian is really great to also help attract money into your life. Typically, I like to keep a piece of carnelian like this one by our front door, so that way every time someone walks through the front door, we are bringing abundance into our life. So I feel like subconsciously I feel like you may have subconsciously chosen this pile if you are maybe trying to overcome from any trauma, heal from any old wounds, or maybe you're just trying to attract more abundance into your life. There's really multiple ways of looking at the beautiful power of carnelian. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We are starting off with the Moonology deck. If you are new to my channel, I do always link my decks in both my description and the pinned comment of this video when I remember to do the pinned comment. Sometimes I forget, but I am going to try to remember. So if you would like to check out the decks, you can check them out yourself there as well. The first card you got is Adjustments Are Required, Third Quarter Moon. And I did go ahead and pull some more Moonology cards for you today. So let's go ahead and see what they say. I mean, right off the bat, I feel like Spirit is just kind of alluding to the fact that regardless if it's career-based or if it is financial worries that you were kind of talking about here today with Spirit, there is a little bit of adjusting that may need to happen. It does not mean it's a bad thing. It just means that in order to kind of receive the outcome you are hoping to receive, you might have to switch things up a little bit. And I never see that as a bad thing, but more as an opportunity to grow even further in the future. So the first card you got is It's Time to Release Negativity, Full Moon in Scorpio. You also got, Meditate and Contemplate, New Moon in Pisces. I may have some Pisces energy tapping in here as well as some Scorpio energy. The next cards you got was New Moon in Scorpio. So I definitely feel like I probably have a Scorpio listening in here, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And the last one of these cards you got today is Luck is on Your Side, New Moon in Sagittarius. I'm going to adjust these real quick just to give us some more space here. So I'm also may have a Sagittarius tuning in here. If not, this reading could still definitely be for you, okay? If you're not any of those signs, it does not mean this reading is not for you. That was just a little way to call you out and make you really feel like this is for you if you are one of those signs. All right, so yeah, I definitely do feel like there are so many different aspects of this one card. Adjustments are required, right? So we have the time to release negativity as well as work through your fears here. So whether it's around career or finances, I'm not getting necessarily one or the other. I feel like this is a pile that could be both. I feel like some of the people tuning in here are definitely considering that's not what I meant today. We're definitely thinking about career when choosing this pile, but I also feel like some of you are thinking about finances. So really, whichever one resonates with you, I really do feel like there is something that is holding you back from receiving exactly what it is you want. This could be a raise, a promotion, a new job, the start of something new, a lot of abundance, whatever it is you're looking for. There is something holding you back. I feel as though it might be lack of self-confidence, fear of failure is a loud thing coming through. Negative self-talk, negative beliefs, this idea that you're not good enough or that you don't deserve success. Something that I think that a lot of us don't often think about is that sometimes it's ingrained in our brains from growing up a young age that you deserve failure, especially if you are someone who grew up in like a more impoverished household or even like a low income household that's always kind of struggling and surviving and really in survival mode all the time. When you grow up with parents that are a parent or however you grew up, when you grow up in a household that's kind of always in survival, it's hard to not also become an adult that thinks that all they have to do is survive rather than live. And so when we have those thoughts thoughts ingrained in us at such a young age, or maybe you just witnessed that throughout your life, it can be really easy to take that on and to kind of just accept the knowing that you have to work hard to be successful. You have to do things you don't like to do to be successful. You have to work a job you don't love to be successful. You have to, work long nights, hard hours in order to be successful. Even when you see, this thing that's so interesting to me, but even when you see those people on YouTube that are like, I'm a millionaire by the age of 25. Here's how I did it. I work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, never sleep, and I'm a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? I never understood those guys, those commercials, because I'm like, that sounds terrible. I would never want that life. Even if I made $1 million, I don't want to, enjoy it in that way. Like, why would I want to work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, never sleeping? You know what I'm saying? So I really do feel like it's about like rewiring those thoughts and things like that. But Spirit is definitely telling me that there's some kind of self-doubt, self-fear, or just negative self-talk that's really affecting what you're currently doing and where you want to go. For some reason, pile number 3, I really see like you want to move forward, whether it's in your career, your finances, you're just not quite where you want to be. It doesn't mean that where you are now is not just amazing and wonderful, because it totally is if it's what you love to do. But I just feel like you want to grow. I see you want to push forward. Evolve is the correct word there. You want to evolve onto the next step, the next phase, the next journey, and that is definitely applicable to you. That is definitely an opportunity for you. I just do think that there is like a little bit of adjusting, right? It's not saying you have to completely flip it on its side and redo the whole thing, but more so just looking at, the way that you view yourself, the way that you view yourself at work, the way that you view yourself around finances, the way that you view your self-worth, and making sure that that's all into alignment to what you really want to desire, right? So I've been reading the book Atomic Habits lately, and say you want to be a boss, your own boss, or a boss of a company. And there's 2 schools of thoughts there, right? There's one that's like, oh, I'm working really hard because I want to be a boss. I'm applying, I'm trying to be a boss. I'm trying to be a boss. I'm trying to be a boss. The other one is adapting the mentality that I already am the boss. I already am very confident. I already am very sure of myself. I already know who I am and what my worth is. And when you kind of adjust your knowing to understand that you are already who it is you want to be, it's much easier to attract that into your life. I do feel like Spirit is really wanting you to sit with yourself, maybe doing a little bit of reclusive energy. You did get 3 new moons here, pile number 3. So with the new moon, the next new moon that's coming up, we just had one. When this is going live, actually, it's been quite a while. So new moon is probably coming up pretty soon. When I'm recording this, we just had a new moon not too long ago, but whenever the next new moon is, or specifically if there's a new moon in Pisces, Scorpio, and Sagittarius in the next 6 months, your girl is not an astrological queen, so I'm not sure. But I do feel like, especially with the new moon in Pisces and the new moon in Scorpio, that's going to be a really good time to reflect and see what it is you're wanting to manifest, and if there's anything you need to change to get into alignment with what it is you're wanting to manifest. So if you're wanting to manifest, like I said, a promotion or something, are you in alignment with receiving that promotion? And I feel like those new moons are going to be really good times for you to focus on any energy within you, any internal mindsets, beliefs, agreements you've accepted within yourself that might need to shift and change in order to align with your highest purpose and in order to align with what it is you're actually wanting to receive. Regardless of all of this, though, I really do feel like you have fortune's favor. I feel like Spirit is wanting you to know that you are going to be successful at whatever it is you are trying to receive. Again, it's more about just getting into the alignment and into the headspace of receiving said desire, good of all, harm to none. But Spirit really is wanting you to know, like, luck is on your side. If it feels like it hasn't been lately, if it feels like shit has just been hitting the fan, that's ending very, very soon. And a lot of fortune's favor is surrounding you towards the end of the 6 months as well. The next cards I pulled for you are the Angel Wisdom Tarot. So let's go ahead and see what they have to say. I don't know, I'm doing this so weirdly. All right, King of Pentacles, absolutely. The Lovers, Queen of Pentacles, okay. The Chariot, and the Four of Wands. Interesting. Okay, so... Okay, the reason I say it's interesting is because I often don't find the king and queen paired together. I'm not someone that always reads the court cards like people. I don't always read the king as a paternal figure or the queen as a maternal figure. But for some reason in this situation, I am. I think there are double meanings here, and don't worry because we're going to get into all of them. But especially with the Lovers being paired in between, this does kind of seem to me like a dynamic duo. I feel like something happened here. Again, I want to remind you that carnelian is the card of healing trauma. So especially if you have any kind of financial, because they're pentacles, absolutely. If you have any kind of financial trauma around your childhood growing up, how were your parents around money? How did your parents view money? Did they act like they were always rich? Did they act like they were always very poor? Did they communicate with you about their fears of losing money? Did they put a lot of expectations on you to make a lot of money so they didn't have to worry about their future? What was your childhood like around money? How were your parents around money, around career, around finances? Did they make you feel like you had to go get a certain job in order to be successful? Did they, shit on you if you wanted a different job that didn't look like success? Like, what was that? And that really needs to be addressed, right? Because we have the fears, and working through your fears and releasing negativity with the carnelian stone being paired here. I really am just seeing that this might be a maternal or paternal healing that needs to happen. Now, if you were not raised by a mother and a father, or if that was not your situation at all, I do just still see a familial energy here. So just kind of looking at your family's past with finances and with career, and seeing if there's anything there that's just not aligning with your highest good that could be released during this next 6 months so you can really move forward. Now, my second vibe here with the King and Queen is just a message of encouragement. Both of these court cards are just crowned in finances. That's not what I meant to say, but sure. Crowned in financial abundance, right? They are thriving. They are feeling very, very good about their financial situation. So I do feel like with that luck is on your side card, especially with the Four of Wands over here, I really do feel that you are going to be financially abundant, or whatever abundance looks like to you. I think it'd be a good time for you to review, what does abundance look like to me? Abundance can look like good health, good fortune, happy families, lots of love, lots of laughter, security, whatever that looks like to you. I really do feel like fortune's favor is so loud in my head. Fortune's favor is on your side, and you're going to be okay. Especially if you've been worried about that lately, you're going to be okay. The Lover's card does also represent a choice that needs to be made, kind of like a commitment. So if you have an opportunity in the next 6 months about a raise, a promotion, a new job, a new opportunity, the only thing I would suggest for you is to really sit on this opportunity and think about it. I wouldn't recommend making any rash decisions. I don't recommend that to anyone ever. I'm just not a very impulsive person. I always tell people to sit on it for 3 days and then see how they feel. But this is going to be a very powerful opportunity I see you might have, like a choice between two things, and you're going to be called to make that choice. You're going to be called to choose which path, and I really do feel like regardless of which path you take, you're going to be successful, just maybe success in different ways. Okay, so it's really about thinking how you want to receive this success and really sitting with it and deciding which path is the best one for you. Then you got the Chariot here, so I might also have some Cancers tapping in and some Geminis. We also got Gemini here. We got a lot of signs showing themselves here. All right, the Chariot is all about action and moving forward. It also, this card specifically says reward that comes from hard work, and I wanted to read that sentence, reward that comes from the past hard work. So how I kind of see this is, again, you got this right after adjustments are required. How I'm viewing this is that you're going to be kind of looking at these past feelings, looking at these past wounds, just kind of adjusting. Like I said, your reading is very mild to me, and what I mean by that is that the other two piles we did today, I felt like were kind of heavy, which is all right, and yours feels very light. It's very light, very gentle energy, and why I'm receiving that is because it's not anything too heavy, it's not anything too extreme, which is a really cool thing, because regarding your career and regarding your finances, it's really going to be great either way. You're really covered either way. You're in good fortune either way. If it doesn't feel that way right now, the next 6 months will definitely going to be showing those to you. But like it said, adjustments might be a little bit required. You're going to look through these things, just looking at seeing if there's any money mindset that needs to kind of be healed, be fixed. Making sure you're in a career that you really vibe with, making sure that you're there for the right reasons, kind of thing. And then I just feel like you're really going to take off. The Chariot's headed in the direction of the Four of Wands. So beautiful here. I really do see that you are going to be moving forward into a time of just celebration, really feeling good in your own skin, really feeling good about the choices you've made. Just very, very, very happy is what this looks like. Like, you've gone through the work, you've addressed the things, you're still bringing in that finances, honey. You're still bringing in that abundance. means you're still feeling really good financially. That's definitely going to show itself to you in the next 6 months, but you know, still doing some of the shadow work that we have to do, and then you're just going to move so progressively forward into just such a good time of peace, of prosperity, of joy, and of celebration. So it is really going to be a beautiful 6 months for you. I'm very excited for you. The next cards we are using today, I actually was called to use the Dragon Wisdom Oracle cards here. So let's go ahead and see. So you got nutrition, which is not very surprising to me because you did get a lot of earth cards. Well, you got 2 of them, but 2 very important ones. And Taurus is very Taurus, okay, not what I meant to say. Pentacles are very grounded. They're very grounded in the earth, and so is the nutrition card. The nutrition card is all about taking care of yourself. So in this next 6 months, I'm actually getting a very loud sign of balance. Pile number 3, I know we didn't necessarily get any balanced cards, but I really am seeing the sense of needing to balance during this time. I feel like you might be called to just make sure you're not working too many long nights. Make sure you're eating a lot of good food. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. I know that sometimes when we want to work and get a lot of things done, especially if we're trying to like get a project done or an assignment done, or we have a due date, we can really put ourselves on the back burner. The meals we eat, the rest we have, the quality time with friends and family, we can really put all of that on the back burner to accomplish a goal. But your spirit guides are really wanting you to remember that no tangible goal is more important than your health, okay? Your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, any of it. No goal, right? No deadline rules over your mental health. And that's something that I feel like in this society is actually not talked about. I feel like we always, like I was saying earlier, are taught like, oh, you know what? If you have to work 12 hours a day, but you're going to be a millionaire in 10 years, do it. No, right? Like that's not good for your health. You're going to get burnt out. You're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to get sick. And your guides want you to be aware of that. If you are someone that works long, hard hours, don't overdo it, babe. Okay, make sure you take time for yourself. Please eat 3 meals a day, drink lots of water, rest when you need to, get up and go for a walk, just really taking care of yourself along this journey as well. The next card you got is silence, and you also got the meditate and contemplate. So during this next 6 month period, you might just be called to do like a little silent retreat with yourself, not necessarily anything too long. I don't know why that even came to my head because that's not what I was thinking, but silent retreats are very powerful. It's just kind of when you choose to be in silence for a select amount of hours, time, or day, and you don't really talk to anybody or engage in anything like that, and a lot of revelations are made during that time. So if you are called to do that, more power to you. What I was really just kind of going for was just a time in meditation, of really just sitting with yourself in solitude. I really do feel like because Spirit wants you to heal through some kind of trauma or energy, it might be a good time to sit in solitude so you can really fully address whatever it is that comes up for you during the next 6 months. Also, like I was saying, Spirit just wants you to balance that, right? If you're someone that needs more time in meditation or more time alone, prioritize that. It is okay to say, hey, I need alone time. I'm not that clingy, but I like my wife a lot. I like spending a lot of time with her, but I still need my alone time, and so does she, and we respect that. It is okay to need alone time, even from the people you love the most in this world. It's still okay. It does not make you a bad person. So if you've been craving some alone time, definitely prioritize that. You also got path. Okay, so what I was getting from this card, like I said earlier, is that you might have 2 opportunities presenting themselves. Yeah, I feel like you might have 2 opportunities presenting themselves, and either way, the opportunity is going to be successful for you. It's again how you want to receive the opportunity, what energy you want to be in. I'll give you my example. I actually recently had an opportunity to possibly work in person as a tarot reader, and I really am sitting with my guides to see if that's what I want to do. It would mean, like maybe putting YouTube on the back burner, but what it would mean was that I could find success either way, right? Success through being a YouTube tarot reader or success through being an in-person tarot reader. But which one do I want to align with, and in which way do I want to receive my abundance? Because either way, the path will be fruitful, but it depends on which path I choose to take. Not saying that there's an incorrect one, it's just a different frequency and a different vibration in order to receive that abundance. And I do see an opportunity like that coming your way. So again, I just recommend sitting with something for like a week or 3 days, if that's the earliest you can do, but maybe like a week, and see how you feel 7 days later and how you feel about the situation. It's just so beneficial and really helps you operate from a very clear and conscious headspace. So just be aware of that as well. I do feel also like you're being called to really listen to the path of your soul, the path of your highest calling. If you've been called more to, you know, focus on your soul's calling, to focus on prioritizing that, whether it's through, you know, extracurricular activities or through your job, do not ignore the calling of your soul during this time. You also got the Mirror card. So fun. Okay, this card is actually not that bad, but it basically represents mirror work, shadow work, looking at these aspects, something very interesting coming to my head, especially with that maternal, paternal, familial energy I was receiving, is that the Mirror card in writing actually depicts all these other personas someone put upon you. You're tall, you're short, you're good at writing, you're bad at singing, you're fantastic at being a boss, you're a horrible boss, you can never be a leader. All of these other personas that people have placed upon you that we have tended to fall into, right? We've fallen into these agreements that other people have placed on us. If you were very, very young and when someone told you had a bad voice, maybe that led you to think that you could never be a singer, even though that's all you ever wanted to be. Or if you were someone when you were growing up as a kid and you loved baseball, but you know, your parents told you that's stupid, no one's ever going to watch you play that, you may have given that up, even though that's something you always wanted to do. This Mirror card is about looking at those aspects and seeing how what other people have placed upon you has shifted how you see yourself, how these negative comments, the agreements that people have placed upon you, these personas that people have just thrown at you, these negative words, how that has actually affected the way you see yourself. And it's kind of time to shatter that mirror and build how you want to see yourself. If someone told you that you're a shitty singer but you love to sing, sing, babe. Do it. Sing at the top of your lungs. Sing your voice out. If someone told you that you're a terrible writer and you can never amount to anything, but you want to be a writer, write. Okay, rewrite these agreements you've made with yourself. Shatter the mirror that people have placed upon you. All these alter egos, all these other perspectives. People have said, you're this, you're this, you're this, you're this, you're this. Who do you want to be? Claim back your power, take back your energy, and shatter these personas that other people have placed upon you, because the only person who gets to decide who you are is you. All right? Sorry for getting all passionate there on you for a second, but Spirit just needed to say it. The next cards we're using for you today are the Mermaid and Magic Dolphin. What are these called? The Magical Mermaids and Dolphins. Okay. Oracle cards here. So let's go ahead and see what they have to say. Self-employment. Interesting. So I definitely may have a self-employment babe tuning in here. If not, that's totally okay. Either way, this talks about being an entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. If you are not someone that wants to be self-employed, this could just be success in your career regardless. Now, if you are wanting to be self-employed, obviously this is a very, 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 very good sign. So that is absolutely wonderful as well. The next card you got is, mother healing. As your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. Okay, so pile number 3, like I was saying with that Queen of Pentacles and the time for healing, and with the Carnelian card here, there might be some maternal trauma that you need to heal from. And I'm not saying that you and your mom aren't close. You can be best friends with your mom and still have a lot of shit to heal from. Okay, like absolutely is that accurate, right? And it's even if it's just looking at these things your mom has placed on you, or someone who is like a maternal figure in your life, someone who raised you, a teacher you looked up to, a friend who had this maternal energy over you, whoever it was, if they've placed something on you that made you think you can or cannot do something, looking at that and seeing what is real and what is fictitious and ridding anything that is not serving you. You also got positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. Very fruitful in the next 6 months for you as well is to just really surround yourself, with positive people and vibrations. And for you, that might also mean going into silence for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be someone who likes to be in solitude. It is okay to be someone who likes to be quiet, who likes their own peace, who likes their silence. There is nothing wrong with that. That is still positivity. That is still high vibes. Definitely being aware of what kind of movies you consume in the next 6 months, what kind of music. If you're constantly listening to music about people who are sad and struggling and hurting, it actually does start to to shift your energy. Now, I'm not saying don't go listen to some sad bops, okay? They have a space and a reason, but if that's all you're listening to, it actually will shift your vibration. So just being aware, not being obsessive or concerned like about every little thing you're listening to, but just be aware of the content you're consuming in the next 6 months and the people you're choosing to spend your time around. All right. Okay. Okay, pile number 3, you also got father healing. Your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to heaven. If heaven doesn't vibe with you, replace it with Gaia. So definitely King and Queen of Pentacles vibes, right? I did feel like there was paternal energy that needed to be healed through, and this is definitely confirming that. Now, again, it's not saying that you're not good friends with your father. For some reason, I'm tuning into somebody who's like, but I love my mom, I love my dad, we're really good friends. Like, I don't have anything against them. It's not that they did anything wrong to you per se, but see if there is something that they placed on you as a young child that is affecting you to this day about the way you view career and finances. That's what's really being affected here. So just looking at that, I'm not saying you have to hate your parents. I'm not saying you have to have a toxic relationship with them or anything, but if you do, you know, still applicable. But if not, that's okay. Like, it's still, our parents can love us and do the absolute best that they can do while still fucking us up along the way. I'm just gonna say it, all right? And maybe you're a parent listening to this and maybe you're like, yeah, you know, that's accurate because I love my kid more than anything, but I'm sure I've said some shit that's messed them up. So kind of just understanding that it's okay if you love your parents and still have to heal from some trauma that's been placed upon you. The last one of these cards you got is synchronicity. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So if you start seeing 777, 1111, oh yeah. All right, that's a song by, oh my God, what is the artist's name? I can't remember now. Okay, but if you start seeing 777, 1111, 444, any of those vibes, really understand that that is spirit speaking to you in that moment. If you're just learning synchronicities and like synchronistic numbers, for example, totally feel comfortable looking them up. Joanne's Sacred Scribes is one of my favorites on just Google. You know, just type in sacredscribes.com, I believe, or Joanne's Sacred Numbers, and it'll totally pop up for you. If you're seeing a lot of birds, animals, insects, look them up if you're not familiar with them. And then when you start to get familiar, just in that moment when you see like 6 spiders in one day, be like, Spirit, what are you trying to tell me right now? And then really just work on building up your own intuition around those events. All right. The last cards we're using for you today, pile number 3, are the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle cards. The first card you got is Persistent Drive with number 11. So definitely 1111 if that shows itself to you, or 111, whatever resonates. I don't think I've ever seen this card before. I love sharks. I just think this is so cool. All right, see what you desire and move toward that goal. It is time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you for the optimal outcome, all right? So pile number 3, like I was saying, actually, this is so crazy. Okay, sorry. Like I was saying in the very beginning, I felt like I was tuning into somebody who had a goal or a dream, or like they wanted to move further. Y'all remember me saying that? Okay. And that's just confirming that. So definitely if you are someone who has a goal, a vibe, you want to like tune into something specific, you want to manifest, you want to achieve something different, you're going to get there, and focus in on what it is you need to do to get there. And if you're not sure what, there might be some healing that needs to happen. That might be the goal. That might be what you need to do to achieve that goal. Again, adjustments are required to receive it. Not saying it's not impossible if you don't adjust, but just to make your transition a bit easier for you. Number 37, look beyond the surface. Avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty in a situation. Seek ways to bring depth into your world. Very interesting message that I just got while I was reading this card is, if when you are going through this healing energy, especially if it's around a parent who you're close with, it can be very, 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 very easy to want to distract yourself so you don't actually have to heal or deal with the pain in that moment. And if you do that, first of all, understandable. I get you, babe. Totally understand. But if you can in that moment, really try not to get distracted by the surface things and dig really deep and see what the truth is. And what I mean by that is, let me give you an example. Say your parent does something a little bit frustrating, And it's really not that big of a deal, but to you it seems like a huge deal, and it's really frustrating you in that moment. Instead of just being like, yeah, it's this little thing that they did that pissed me off so much, I'm so frustrated. Sit with yourself and go deeper and see, why does that frustrate you so much? Where does that stem from? Is it really this little tiny comment that they made? Or does it go way, way, way deeper and stem from the fact that as a young kid, you felt like they always silenced your voice or never cared about what you said, or are always making derogatory comments, or always insulting your physical vessel? And seeing where that stems from, and seeing if they always told you how to do this to be successful, or they made you feel like you were always poor, whatever it was, and then really heal from there, all right? You also, I love this card. I haven't seen many of these cards before. Oh my gosh, mantas are like my favorite creatures as well. Gliding through currents. With a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease. Going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. Yes! Pile number 3, adjustments are required, right? With a different approach, you will glide through this easily and achieve your dreams. And I kind of already told you the approach to go towards. So what a beautiful card to receive. Also, look how beautiful all these cards look together. They're all the same color scheme. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Oh, this one too. Wow. So a lot of these cards have very vibrant colors, but all of these are blue. So interesting. All right. Number 14, single-mindedness. Choose your own path and what is best suited for you. I don't know who this is for, and if it's not for you, totally don't take it. But I definitely am just feeling like I'm tuning into someone where your parents or someone who raised you or someone who you really looked up to just really wanted you to be like a miniature version of them. They wanted to raise you to be their mini-me. They wanted to raise you to be their second brain, if you will, to always, do what they want you to do and achieve what they could never do. And they put all this pressure on you. And I feel like right now your guides are like, now it's time for you to decide, what do you want to do, right? It's beautiful to look at what your parents want you to do and to take that into consideration, of course, but what does your soul want? What do you like to do? What does your soul call? You know what I'm saying? Like, not having to just stay in this path of my parents said I have to do this, so I have to do this. This is all I've ever known, so this is what I have to do, right? You are able to change the flow. You are able to break out of the single-minded nature. And I'm saying that because of this card. I'm not saying you're single-minded, but you're able to that's not even what I meant. I meant you're able to break out of the group-minded nature, and you're able to really focus on what is best for you, what is best for your highest good and for your alignment, and really break out of this conditioning that, you only have to flow in this one way. Maybe this is specifically from someone who had a paternal figure or influence in your life, because you got it directly under Father Healing right by mirror. So take what you will, leave what doesn't resonate, as always. The last card you got today is convey your meaning. Number 41. So you got 14 and 41. So numbers 4 and 1 may also be very synchronistic for you, as well as 5. All right, reflect on the way you communicate with others and with yourself. Be sure to express your thoughts and feelings from your heart and with respect and sincerity. So when you're going through this process, especially around the mirror energy, be gentle to yourself. And if you're like being really negative and really being hard on yourself and just putting a lot of negative energy towards like the way you're speaking to yourself, like, Liv, you're so stupid. Why did I let my parents tell me this? Why did I let this conditioning happen to me? How could I have never seen this? What is wrong with me? I'm so angry. I'm so angry with my past self for falling into this trap. No, okay, no, please be gentle to yourself. Be kind, be loving, be empathetic, be honest, be loving, but passionate, compassionate. Treat yourself with gentleness. Obviously express your true feelings. And I'm not saying you can't be angry. You totally can, but don't beat yourself up, babe. All right, you didn't know. And now that you do know, you can do better. All right, you can always do better, but you don't have to be hard on yourself for how you were or these past things that were ingrained upon you. It was not your fault. Okay, I don't know who needs to hear that, but it was not your fault. It was not your fault. okay? You are okay, you are valid, you are beautiful, you are wonderful, you are amazing, and you deserve so much success. You deserve so much abundance, you deserve so much grace, you deserve all the beautiful things you ever wanted to receive, and my love, you're going to achieve them, all right? So I really hope this resonated with you. Yours was a much more like gentle message. I know we still did touch on some of the heavier topics, but I really do hope this resonated with you. Pile number 3, our carnelian babes, okay? Carnelian is one of my most powerful stones that I use for a lot of spell work, so I really resonated with this pile as well. If you would like to let me know if this resonated with you, you can always leave a comment down below. I love interacting with you in the comments as well, and it really just helps me know what's vibing and what's not. You know what I'm saying? Commenting, subscribing, and giving a thumbs up, as well as turning on your notification bells, make a huge difference for me and my channel's growth. So if you would like to help contribute to my channel in that way, always appreciated, always receive with so much joy and gratitude. So thank you so much for that, for helping me out in that way. On this channel, I do accept tips and donations at Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. Tips are never, ever, ever required, nor ever expected. Just a gift received with so much joy and gratitude. So if you would like to help support me in that way, you totally can, but again, never required. But thank you so much to everyone who has left a tip and a donation. It means the world to me, and I'm just so grateful for all of you, and I'm so happy to be back in your presence. I missed you so much. I am so grateful for you, and that we get to exist together here on this planet, on this plane, at the exact same time. And I love you so much. I love you, love you, love you. Always remember to show others love, show your light, and shine so bright. And I will see you, cutie patooties, for my next video. Bye, pile 3. All right, last and never in the least bit least, pile number 4. I normally do not do 4 piles, so I really just feel like this is such a special pile here today. Spirit really wanted me to do 4 piles, so we listened, but I just am really excited because I normally don't ever get to do this pile. So hi, hello, welcome. 4 is actually my favorite number, so I'm just so excited for this reading. So you chose the dendritic agate stone. I'm going to show you the front and the back. The front almost looks like a sad face, but it's just so freaking cute. And then this is what the back of it looks like. I'll try to hold it into the light so you can see it better. So I actually did choose the crystals I chose today, not just only because of their energy, but also because of their properties and of their meanings, because I was really called to do so. So I do believe your subconscious chose dendritic agate for a reason. So dendritic agate is all about, from what I know, is all about really holding true to your vision. It's all about like not giving up. You may have to go and do some work. You may have to push through the grind a bit, but it's all about endurance and not giving up even when things get difficult. Dendritic agate is also very, very, very well known for helping with the nervous system, helping regulate your nerves and your spine, and it's a very powerful healing stone for that. So you might have spine injuries or nerve damage or anything like that. If you do, that's just an additional message. If you do, your girl does also. Okay, I have nerve damage, and if you are someone like that, maybe try working with dendritic agate to help heal. So it's a very powerful healing stone, and I'm actually really glad I used this today because I completely forgot about that property. So anyways, I just wanted to give you that little message before we hopped in. We are starting off with the Moonology Oracle cards here. If you are new to my channel, if you want a refresher, I do always link the decks I use both in my description and the pinned comment of the video in case you would like to check them out yourself. So, all right, the first card you got today is Step Out of Your Comfort Zone, North Node. All right, so right off the bat, what I'm getting with this, pile number 4, is that when it comes to your career, I feel like you might feel like you are lacking something. If not, like always, please disregard. If my message is not resonating with you, throw it away. All right, no sweat, but I do feel like maybe you feel like you're missing something. I feel like I'm tuning into a Pio who has been very comfortable in the career path that they've chose. Maybe it's very comfortable, it's very familiar. It might not always be the best job or the most fun, but you know exactly what you're going into work every day to do. You're very familiar. It's very familiar. It's very routine. It's actually the word that's coming to my head. This is a very routine energy. However, I feel like there's a part of you that's craving more, that wants to do something different, that wants to just do something bold and different than what you've been doing for the past few years, months, however long it's been for you. I feel as though you might be craving a new fresh or a new restart or something fresh. And maybe you've already started this, or maybe this has just been an idea coming your way, but I really do feel like whatever you are hoping to do, it might make you step out of your comfort zone a little bit. I'm definitely not getting that in a bad way, but just, I heard this quote one time that all good things are right outside your comfort zone. And to a degree, I actually do believe that. I feel like if we stay in our comfort zone, we really limit ourselves from how much joy we get to experience. And really stepping outside of your comfort zone lets you know more about yourself, right? It lets you know your likes, your dislikes, even trying a new restaurant item. Trying a new menu item at a restaurant, that's something that's hard for me, but I'm trying to do that more because it's stepping out of my comfort zone, and I actually learned more about myself along that journey. That was a very simple, silly example, but something like that, right? Stepping out of your comfort zone actually helps you find out even more information about who you are, your likes, your dislikes, etc. So I'm excited to hear more about this. So I did go ahead and pull some more for you. You got quite a few, I'm not gonna lie. I do believe this will be the biggest reading thus far, and that's okay, all right? Bringing out the biggest for the last. We love to see it. So let's go ahead and see what you got here. The first card you got is A New Start is Coming. I feel like I've seen this for so many spreads today. I really just feel like so many of you are wanting to try something new or are just ready to start something fresh. The next card you got is Hold Your Vision. And then we got Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, Full Moon in Leo. So I may have some Leo babes tapping in here. Hi, hello. We also got Believe in the Impossible, Blue Moon, which, oh no, that's the cover of the box. And then you got a sixth card here, which is Your Hard Work is Paying Off, New Moon in Capricorn. So you might have some Capricorn energy tuning in here as well. So we're just going to kind of shift everything just a little bit to make it more, I was gonna say aesthetic, but this is just not really that aesthetic, and that is a-okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Like I was saying, I do believe you're wanting to shift something. I believe you're wanting to move forward or just try something new. Again, beautiful. We love to see that, and very, very, very exciting. I feel like Spirit is wanting you to get excited because I do see that new energy is coming kind of very soon for you, actually. I think this is something, excuse me, Spirit speak. I do feel like this is something that either you've been working on for a while or you've been wanting to manifest for a while, and actually either in the very now present or in the very, very near present, I believe this new start, this fresh energy is coming. As a reminder, for my own personal opinion, sometimes though, in order to receive new energy, we have to release what was not serving us. So maybe in the past 3 or 4 months, you've been called to just really look at certain things, release old limiting beliefs, release old family burdens or traumas, what have you, just releasing a lot. And if you're like, Liv, what the heck has been going on? It has been so difficult. I've been working and doing all this shadow work. Like, what the freaking hey? That is because you're ready and prepared for this new start that if it's not here yet, is coming super, super soon for you. Whatever your goal is, Spirit is wanting you to hold tight to that, but understanding the energy of balance, and that's coming through very, very loud. It is a beautiful thing to hold on to your vision. It is a beautiful thing to stay passionate and grounded and really go after what it is you want, and they want you to see that. They want you to be aware of that. However, there's also something so beautiful about being okay with the flexibility of how Spirit presents that goal to you. Let me give you an example here, all right? Say you want oh my gosh, say you want $1,000, all right? Say you want $1,000. This is a very monetary, simple goal. Just go with me. Say you want $1,000. Actually, no, I want to do something tangible because for some reason I feel like for you it's a goal, like a new job or a career or something. So I'm going to use a car. Say you want a brand new car. And in your mind, you want that car, you want that car, you want that car, you want that car, you hold your vision. But sometimes we hold our vision so tight, we almost like limit the way Spirit can deliver it to us. So if you think that the only way to get this new car is by saving up an extra $1,000 every single month for, I don't know, a year, then you can get this car, whatever that looks like to you, then you're almost limiting Spirit in the ways in which they can deliver it. So say, for example, maybe you win a, I don't know, a lottery, like where you can put your name into win a car. Maybe you win it. Maybe a huge sale goes on and you get this car. Maybe someone doesn't want their old car and gifts it to you. Like maybe you get a job where you get a company car and it just so happens to be the car you hoped to have. So I do want you to hold on to your vision and keep that tight in your head, but be flexible and be open to which way you will receive it, because then it really allows room for spirit to get creative and to really have fun with it. And it's honestly just so wonderful. I do see your hard work is paying off. I actually want to address this at the end because I feel, not the end, but like the end of this reading, because I feel like it was meant to go over here at the end, but it just didn't quite fit. So we're going to read this because I do see that this is happening actually more towards the 6-month ending. Like for if you're listening to this when it's live, that would be December. So we're going to jump ahead real quick. Don't let pride get in your way. A couple things here. Personal opinion, pride is not just, oh, I'm so much better than you, look how good I am, any of that. Pride can also be our ego trying to protect us. And by doing that, it can also be like, oh, I'm not going to try that because I'm afraid of failing. And my pride gets in the way because it doesn't want to be bruised, right? My pride gets in the way of letting me try new things, letting me experience new life experiences is the only word coming to my head. So don't let pride get in your way in that regard. Whatever this new job, this new dream, this new goal is, I'm not getting anything specific. I feel like maybe you're someone who either wants to start a new job or just wants a promotion or wants to be their own boss or really wants to find their niche. Excuse me. Don't let pride get in the way, and definitely do not let it hold you back. You are being called to believe in the impossible, and I'm gonna be so cliche and cheesy here, but also believing I'm possible, okay? Not just believing in the impossible, believing that you are possible. You are able to succeed. You are able to reach this goal, good of all harm to none. You are able to achieve this dream, this vision, this thing that you want to receive that is the best for all, good of all harm to none. You are able to receive this easily because I deserve it. I am possible. I'm possible. I am possible. And Spirit really wants you to know that, but they also want you to believe that anything can happen. Anything can happen for the good of all. Anything can be blessed upon you. Any amazing thing can happen. So don't put yourself nor Spirit in a box and in the ways in which you can receive abundance. All right, because we have no idea how you're going to receive this abundance, and that's the fun part. Maybe it's going to be through a really cool job promotion. Maybe it's going to be through a gift from somebody. Sorry about that. Maybe it's going to be from you winning some prize. Maybe it's going to be from you coming into a big lump sum of money and getting to buy it yourself. Maybe it comes from you getting a raise. Maybe it comes from you finding your life's purpose, starting your own business, it being a huge success, and you getting to treat yourself, right? Like there's so many ways in which you can receive whatever it is you are desiring. So don't put yourself in a box. Believe that the impossible can happen and does deserve to happen for you, and understand that Spirit's on your side. I really do feel like you are so protected by Spirit is a loud message coming through. I feel like you are so guided. I really do see your spirit guides. I see and feel. I feel them like on my back. I actually felt like I saw someone standing in my doorway for a second, and I was like, okay, scary. But I really just feel like it's a spirit guide. I feel like these are your teams, your spirits, your guides that are like, I'm here for you. I'm encouraging you, and I want you to know that we only want the absolute best for you. And they want you to be aware of that. Like you are so surrounded by amazing, powerful guides right now, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Now we're gonna jump ahead to that new moon in Capricorn here. Your hard work is paying off. Absolutely. This definitely could be before the end of the 6-month period, but I do very clearly see here, though, that whether it's in the next early 6 months or whether it's even in the end of the next 6 months towards like December period, you are going to really start seeing the rewards. You're going to start seeing the benefit of holding onto your vision, the benefit of staying endurant. Is that a word? Endurant? The benefit of holding your endurance and really just believing in yourself, believing in Spirit and trusting the universe. You're really going to start seeing the effects of that, and it's super exciting. So let's go ahead and get some more messages here. The next cards I am using are the Angel Wisdom Tarot. So you got quite a few here as well. The first card you got is the Page of Cups. The 6 of Cups, lots of watery energy coming in here. the Two of Cups, even more watery energy. Let's see, you got the Empress, period. We love to see the Empress, is one of my favorite cards. The Two of Wands. And then you got the Six of Pentacles. I am actually going to shift everything down a bit though, because I really want this in a line rather than one being down below. So give me just 1 second here. I'm actually going to go ahead and start delivering the message while I am shifting because, you know, why not? I typically don't like to do this because I don't want to get myself out of the reading, but I'm not called to pause because for some reason I feel like that's going to pull me out of the reading even more. So yes, starting right off the bat, you have 2 twos showing up here. So 2 might be a very beneficial and prominent month for you in the next 6 months. If you start seeing the number 222, if you just start seeing a lot of 2s everywhere, please know that this is not a coincidence. This is a synchronicity, and your guides are definitely trying to communicate with you that way. So whenever you see those 2s, know that your guides are there and that they are wanting to communicate with you, all right? Yeah, right off the bat with a new start is coming, and then having the Page of Cups paired right underneath here, absolutely beautiful. Okay, pages are not page, I'm so sorry, maybe a Page of Cups was meant to show itself. Ace of Cups is what I meant to say. When we see aces are all about new beginnings and the fresh start of something beautiful, especially when it comes to cups. This is a fresh new start, especially when it comes to your emotions. So like I was saying, if you felt like it's been kind of difficult the past few months, or if it's been a little hard for you, that is definitely coming to an end. And there's just such a beautiful moment here and now to just really sit in the new energies that are presenting themselves to you in the next 6 months. Definitely a lot of fresh connections, new emotions. If you are wanting to start a new job, this is also very favored at this time, or just new feelings about career, right? Like maybe if you are someone who's been wanting to really find a career you're passionate about, I do see that being very prominent at this time. It's interesting because we're doing a career reading, but you have so much water energy. So what this is showing me is that this is not just about the career to you. I feel like this also goes deeper. This is connected to your emotions, your feelings. Yeah, it's definitely connected to your emotions. I feel like you are a bit emotional about your job. Maybe it's something that you're really passionate about, or you really care about. You really care about how it goes. You really care about what it is you're doing. You care. I feel like you care so deeply, so beautifully. And your guides want you to know that that is such a beautiful thing, to feel so deeply about something that's so important and prominent in your life. And that energy, that love, that respect, that excitement, that compassion, that passion even, is going to be what's going to help you hold your vision. And it's just so exciting. The Six of Cups showing up here with the Two of Cups paired is a very interesting vibe. It kind of looks like they are knowing each other here and then growing up a little bit, except their hair color like totally swaps. But it's very interesting to me because I feel like with the Six of Cups, again, these are very interesting cards to get with the career reading, but I feel like with the Six of Cups, if you are not quite sure what it is you want to do at this time, you're being called to go back and look at what it is you loved doing as a child and bringing more of that into your life, whether it was playing with toys, building Legos, painting, dancing, acting, just being silly and goofy, bring more of your childlike innocence back into your life and really engaging with that, because it's going to help you find out what it is you really want to do. For the other half of the reading that knows exactly what they want to do, but maybe they're having a hard time reaching it, or, oh my God, Spirit speak, or maybe you're just wanting to, I don't know, just gain some guidance here. I just feel like Spirit is really still wanting you to go and tune into your inner child energy. Tune into your childlike devotion, your childlike innocence, the pieces of yourself when you were a kid that just was so unabashedly themselves, that didn't worry about money, that didn't worry about their career, that didn't care, you know, what their career was or how much it affected them. Just that genuine happiness when the world felt simple, right? Going back to the energy of when the world felt simple and life was pure and the world had not quite knocked us down yet. Why? Is because getting into that energy, getting into that vibrational frequency is going to help you manifest all of your wants and desires into reality. Getting into the energy of life works for me, not against me. My life is beautifully blessed. Life is easy and carefree, and I just get to be happy. That energy, that vibrational like frequency is how we manifest and attract abundance. And I see that you're wanting to start something, or you already have started something and you want it to be so successful. So get into that headspace and watch the magic that happens. For some reason, you have so many connections here. You have two, like two people here, two people here, two people here. Your career might be heavily revolved around partnership. If it's not, I heard someone be like, bitch, please. Okay, and if it's not, like, don't take it. That's okay. But I feel like your career is heavily revolving around partnership, whether that is partnership as in a literal manager, co-manager, co-owners, a team, or whether it's just you're someone who works with people. You know, even if you are on social media, for example, my whole career is social media. I am still working with people. I have to be able to either network, communicate with others, know people like to see, and give that to the people. So either way, whatever your job is, whatever this goal is, I don't feel like it's one where you're just in solitude primarily, not ever talking to anyone. I feel like your career or what it is you're hoping to attract into your life is just very social. And maybe it's with one person, maybe it's with many, but there is a very loud energy of a partnership, a duo, a team, something where you work together. And maybe that's adversive to you right now, because I kind of got like I don't want to hear that. Again, if you don't want to hear it, don't take it. But I do feel like they want you to kind of look at that, because there might be someone in your life right now that is a very fruitful co-owner or a co-opportunity, or even if you're the owner and they're, you know, a part of your business, whatever it looks like, there's just a very fruitful opportunity to work with another person during this time. Maybe it's because other people bring in new aspects, right? They bring in new ideas, they bring in new energy, they bring in ideas that maybe we didn't have the ability to think of ourselves, because they have different brains again. And if you're getting overwhelmed by this idea, remember to not let your pride get in your way. Don't let that stop you from a new opportunity, all right? Still act with wisdom, be kind, be wise, be smart, don't act impulsively. But if there's someone in your life who you want to partner with, listen to that, because I do believe it's going to be very, very fruitful. The Emperor showing up here, babe. It's time to create, okay? It is time to create. It is time to take that action. They are running you to take that action. It doesn't have to be an urgency. It doesn't have to be like, okay, I'm opening my business tomorrow. I'm applying for that job tomorrow. I'm moving up in the company tomorrow. I'm dropping all this money tomorrow. But more so just understanding that you have the ability to create magic. You have the ability to birth this idea, whatever it is for you. You have the ability to birth your vision into being. And not only do you have the ability, you have the success surrounding it, all right? And especially with all this watery energy, you are being called to tap into your divine feminine and understand that when you are in tune with that watery, beautiful, loving energy, Cinnamon is making a bed out of the blanket right now. So if you hear that, I'm so sorry. But when you are in tune with that creative part of yourself, you make magic, babe. You make magic, and it is going to be very successful for you. So now is a great time to start that thing you've been thinking about, or giving birth to your dreams, and it's going to be like surrounded by abundance and a lot of prosperity. Going to that hard work is paying off. You got the Six of Pentacles. Spirit is like, by December, you're going to be like easily buying all your favorite people just the most beautiful gifts for Christmas, if that's what you celebrate, or Yule, if that's what you celebrate, or if you don't celebrate anything, just like sharing your abundance, sharing your earnings, because you are just like, you know what? It's been a great 6 months. I've grown, I've evolved, I've succeeded. Let me just give back, right? Giving back to your community, your friends, your family, whoever supported you along this journey. You're just going to be in a very generous spirit, because you're going to be like, wow, it all worked out for me. Like, what a freaking steal. This all worked out better than I could have imagined. And you're just going to be feeling very, 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 very abundant and generous at this time. So I'm very excited for you. The next cards we got are the Dragon Wisdom cards here. The first card you got is Nutrition. Another pile got this as well. I believe it was pile number 3 or pile number 2. Nutrition is interesting. I don't get it's so funny when you get the same card from multiple piles, but like a totally different reading, right? Totally different message. For you, pile number 4, I really do believe that this is going to be emotional nutrition. Why? Because you got all the water, babe. All the watery energy here, and the nutrition card paired between. I feel like you are someone who maybe like has a lot of emotions, which is so beautiful and so freaking magical. Maybe you are just a water sign, whatever it is for you. And maybe you've even been shamed to think that your emotions are a bad thing or that you're too emotional. Well, you're not. You're perfect the way you are. Okay, but I feel like this is emotional nutrition. What I mean by that is allowing yourself to feel your feelings, but then not sitting in them for too long, right? Giving yourself the time you need to express, the time you need to vent, cry, heal, love, move on, like whatever it is for you. Giving yourself the space to do so and understanding that your emotions are not a burden, they're actually a power. And so just giving yourself that emotional healing. Sometimes for me, my emotional or self-care nutrition is like putting on a happy movie and just getting myself to a really good emotional vibrational frequency, so that way I can feel happy, I can feel joyful. I personally am a very emotional being. I don't have any water signs actually, but I am an Aquarius, but I don't actually have any water signs, but I'm still like a very emotional person. And I don't mean that, oh, I cry every single day, but I feel feels. Like I feel the feels. Your girl's an empath, we're feelers, okay? If you are someone like that, it's important to keep up your emotional nutrition. It's important to cut ties with those that do not serve you. If you're taking on other people's bad vibes or their energy, take your selenite knife and whoop, cut that shit, or take your hand and cut it, like take a feather, whatever it is. But you're being called to like clear out the bad juju, basically. Clear out the bad vibes, clear out the bad energy, if you will. The next card you got is Courage. So interesting because, again, if you remember, your very first card was take a step out of your comfort zone or something along that wording. This might be difficult for you. This new energy, taking this step, like trying something new, might be very, very scary and might be something you're not used to. And if you feel afraid, please know that every single person experiences fear, but you also get to experience courage, all right? It's not saying, oh my gosh, you have to have no fear, you're afraid of nothing, but what it is saying is that amidst the fear, even when I feel afraid, I call upon my power and I have the courage to say, you know what? I'm gonna go for it anyways. I'm gonna thrive, I'm gonna bloom, and I'm gonna blossom because I deserve that. And if you're having a hard time, call upon the courage dragon and say, please be with me. Please be with me and help me grow throughout this journey. You also got a new world, so definitely someone who's wanting to start something new, okay? A new job, a new career, maybe hiring on a new employee, whatever it looks like for you. There is an energy of starting something. With the new moon card, a new start is coming. The Ace of Cups, the new start is coming, and the new world. There is new energy surrounding you. So I definitely feel like I'm tuning into somebody who's either wanting a new job, wanting to start something fresh, or just taking a step in a new direction. And that's going to be very, very, very favored for you in the next 6 months. And it's actually going to show itself quite nicely your way. And so definitely be excited about receiving that as well in the upcoming months. The last one of these cards you got today is Universe. What this is showing me, pile number 4, remember when I said believe in the impossible? I truly do feel like the universe has your back. And I know that sometimes it doesn't feel that way. I know sometimes it feels almost like the universe is going against us, or like things just aren't working out in our favor, and it can feel really overwhelming. It can honestly feel a bit depressing when it just feels like everything is just not aligning for our good, not working out for us, and we can start to get really discouraged. And that might be where you've been feeling the past few months. But not only are things going to be beneficial for you, but the universe has your back. The universe wants you to succeed. Now, you can use whatever word you like: God, Gaia, Sky Father, universe, highest self, whoever you want to resonate with here, but they have your back and they want you to know that they believe in you, they support you, and they encourage you along this journey to keep going. Do not give up. Do not lose faith. Keep going. Believe in the impossible and hold on to that vision, because it is going to be beneficial and it is going to pay off. All right, the next cards I pulled for you here are the Magic Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle cards. You got so many, so bear with me, okay? The first card you got is watch your thoughts. It's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. So obviously we're going to have bad thoughts, okay? We are, spiritual beings, but having a very human experience, and it's very normal to have bad thoughts, bad days, bad moments. You are not ever going to be able to be like, I'm never going to have a negative thought ever in my whole life, ever. I mean, you might be able to, and then I'll be super impressed and like teach me your ways, but it's normal to have negative thoughts. All right, I'm not coming on here and telling you to never have a bad thought again, but when you catch yourself in those thoughts, just remind yourself of what you're working towards and ask yourself if this thought you're feeling right now is in alignment with where you want to go, right? So if you want a new car and a negative thought comes in as, well, you're never going to get that. Do you really think you deserve that? Why do you think you could get a new car? That's impossible. Sit with yourself and say, okay, these thoughts, valid. These feelings, valid. However, are they in alignment with how I want to get the car? Do I think that me being afraid of not having it is going to bring it towards me? And if the answer is no, do the best you can in that moment to kind of like rewire your brain for a second and be like, okay, thoughts, no, take a back seat. It's time for me to move forward. All right. And again, it's not going to be perfect. It's okay if you have a bad thought. It's not going to change your whole world and make something terrible happen. But if you're having a lot of repeating thoughts, just do the best you can to really stop that cycle and ask spirit to help you get out of that thought pattern and really just tune into the vibrational frequency of attraction instead. The next card you got is time to move on. It's time to let go of the old and the worn out so that the new can come in. If you remember what I was saying with the new moon card, a new start is coming, is that sometimes in order to receive the new, you have to let go of the old. What I am seeing here is you are walking out of whatever was not serving you. May it be a job, a old relationship, around a career, old limiting beliefs that made you feel like you didn't deserve to be successful in whatever way you choose to be. Whatever it looks like, you're leaving that and you're freaking blossoming and blooming onto this next phase of your life. And this is the next phase, okay? It's time to move on. A message I'm getting with this card paired over the Six of Cups is that you might have to move on from old thought patterns from a very young age, right? Six of Cups talks about going back to the childhood, those things that we were taught as a young kid. And if it's around your career, think about it like maybe there were thought patterns that were ingrained in you as a young kid, right? How do you be successful, mother? Okay, well, you be successful. That sounded so sassy. I didn't mean to be like, but maybe you're asking your parents, how do I be successful? You are successful by going to school, getting good grades, going to college, more school, getting good grades, getting a job, getting married, having kids, work till you're old, die. Whatever it looks like. It's like some parents can ingrain certain expectations for what their kids' careers should look like, or maybe someone you looked up to, or maybe a teacher, maybe a friend, and you're ready to release any of that is not serving you, so that way you can move on and receive all of this. Okay, you're ready. You are ready. Then you got divine magic. I mean, period. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now, so expect miracles. Not only should you expect the impossible, should you expect miracles. You are just surrounded by the divine. Like the universe has your back, the divine has your back, your angels have your back, your spirit team has your back. They're all like, we got you, we got you, we got you. So believe in divine magic. Believe that you can achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. Believe that you have the courage to overcome the fears that you need to break free of. Believe that you deserve to be successful, and oh my goodness, will you be so successful. All right, the next card you got here is let yourself receive. Oh, babe. Oh, allow others to give you loving care, receive without guilt or apologies. This gives me very much that Two of Cups vibes that we were seeing earlier, okay? Allowing others. Why do I keep reading it that way? Okay. Allow others to give you loving care, receive without guilt or apologies. Wow. All right. So I know we're talking about the career aspect, but also just like a message to understand what it is you deserve. And I feel like I've kind of been raining on this point a lot lately anyways, but understanding that you deserve so much abundance. You deserve success. You deserve glory. You deserve whatever it is your heart desires, good of all, harm to none. you deserve that. And not only is this about letting yourself receive from others, absolutely receive that loving care and support and compassion, but letting yourself receive from spirit is a loud message I'm getting. And you might be thinking to yourself, Liv, of course I want to let myself receive. Of course I do. Of course I want the $1 million, the car, the house, the job. Of course, of course, of course. However, that really stems from, how do I view myself, right? Because if I view myself as a piece of garbage who's never going to receive anything, is that the headspace to receive abundance? Not really. Is that me saying I would like to receive abundance? Not really. That's me saying I don't ever deserve it. So it's really about understanding your worth, your value, that your value is not dependent on your career, but on you instead, and let yourself receive all of the gifts Spirit has to offer. And how does that start? By believing in yourself and that you deserve to receive this. All right, the next card you got is Have Faith. Oh my gosh. Yes, pile number 4. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. I mean, yes, 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 yes. Absolutely, yes. Have faith. Believe in the impossible. Believe in divine magic. My gosh, pile number 4. You are just crowned and adorned and magical, powerful energy. And they're just wanting you to believe it. They're wanting you to believe it and not give up, not lose hope, not lose faith, not just in spirit, but in yourself. All right, not just have faith in spirit, but have faith in who you are. Have faith in yourself and your abilities and your talents and your gifts. You are deserving. Pile number 4, you deserve love and abundance and all of the magical wishes you wish to receive. I'm hoping you feel it. This is me trying to let you feel it, okay? Good of all harm to none. You deserve all of these hopes and dreams coming into your reality. Have faith, yes, of course, in spirit, but please have faith in yourself. You can do this, and you are doing it, all right? The last one of these cards you got today is You Are Being Helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results yet. Yeah, I mean, yeah. All right, you are being helped. Your guides are on your side. Even if you don't see the results yet, even if you don't feel it, they are there cheering you on is what I'm feeling. They're like, yeah, 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 okay? They're cheering you on, and they truly and truly only want the best for you. So I hope, if anything, that just brought you some comfort there in knowing that, okay? All right, the last cards I have for you today are the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. So let's go ahead and see what they have to say. The first card you got is number 15, Adrift in Shallow Water. Take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. I love that. Okay, so when your thoughts start to get overwhelming, because you got it with the Watch Your Thoughts card, sorry, my watch is getting text messages, so it's like bloop bloop the whole time. But when you are getting those overwhelming thoughts, Spirit just gave you a little trick to help yourself get out of them. Take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace, and just look around you and find something small that brings you so much joy, and just have a moment of appreciation. And I really do feel like that'll help you get out of those thoughts that are kind of overwhelming. The next card you got is Polite Declaration number 19. You can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It is time for you to get out there, claim what is yours, and stay in your power. Yes! Empress energy! Yes! Okay, polite declaration. Get out there, babe. Step out of your comfort zone. You have the courage, you have the ability to create this new world that you want, that's positively surrounded by Mama Gaia and the universe. Get out there. You can move in whatever direction you need to. The world is your guide, all right? You are flexible. You can move, you can bend, you can go where you need to go to receive whatever it is you are wanting to receive, all right? The next card you got, period. Childlike devotion. You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. Besties, we're not just talking about childlike innocence and tuning into your inner child. Yes. Okay, you are a multifaceted, complex being of magnitudes and facets, and you are so unique and wonderful. Embrace who you are. All right, don't try to be somebody else. We don't need somebody else. We need you. Embrace the magic you offer. Embrace who you are and what you offer to this world, because you are the only one that's you and can offer what you have. All right. Ugh, I love you. I just love you. You're just amazing. I just need you to hear that. Okay. The next card you got is number 37. So we got 2 10s here. 7 plus 3 is 10 and 9 plus 1. Look beyond the surface. Avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause or beauty in a situation. Seek ways to bring depth into your world. All right. So going back to the watching your thoughts cards, and even if you just get like a little distracted by surface thoughts or issues that make you feel like you don't receive it, don't get distracted by them. Okay. Stay on your trajectory for success. Stay on your grind. Like, let yourself get into that vibration of I receive only abundance. I deserve only abundance and joy in my life. And if these surface issues come up, just politely shoo them aside. I'm glitching, y'all. It's my 4th pile. I'm glitching now. All right. Oh, excuse me. Your last card, pile number 4, number 26. Wow, is this not the most beautiful card? This gives me like skunk fish vibes. How cool is this? Wow, where you need to be. Acknowledge how you are feeling, period. Oh my gosh. Okay. Please listen to the sentence. I'm not making this up. I literally have freaking chills right now. Do you see my arm? Have faith that the universe will take care of a current concern by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. I'm not joking. I need you to see that that is what the sentence says. Have faith in the universe. Bestie, have faith, universe, okay? Have faith that the universe will provide you exactly what you are needing. Have faith that the universe is on your side. Spirit has your back. What have we been saying? What have we been saying? Spirit has your back. It's on your side. It wants to love you, support you, and be there for you. Spirit loves you. They care about you and they want you to succeed. I hope that this gives you encouragement and lets you know to go after what it is you're wanting, good about harm to none, to go after your dreams, your passions, and your goals, and know that you are so divinely guided. Pile number 4. Wow. What a fun way to end off this video today. Such a high vibe reading, such a wonderful group. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me here today. If this resonated, please leave a comment down below and let me know. It helps me see which videos you like, which videos you don't, which resonates, and all that good jazz. Also, commenting, subscribing, giving a thumbs up, and turning on that notification bell make a huge difference for me and my channel. So thank you so much to those of you who do that. And if you have not, please do not forget to do so. I am so thankful for all of you. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm so happy to be back and doing weekly readings. On this channel, I do accept tips and donations at Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App, which are never required nor expected, just received with abundant joy and gratitude for you. And it's just a way for you to help support your creators, but again, never required, and I never expect that. Just receive with so much joy. So thank you so much to those of you who have left me a tip and a donation. It means the world to me, and it really allows me to continue doing this full time. So thank you so much. Pile number 4. My goodness, do I love you. I just am so happy we got to share our energy together here today. So I love you. I adore you. I'm so grateful for you being here with me today. Always remember to show others love. Show your light and shine so bright. And I will see you, cutie patooties, for my next video. Goodbye.